What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people, and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with us. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of After Hours. I am your host, Anton Daniels. What's going on, friends and family? What up to the chat? How y'all feeling tonight?
What's popping?
Hey,
Hey,
Hey
everybody.
everybody.
Slow motion, chilling, chilling. What's the word? Any new news? Y'all had a whole weekend to get into trouble. Did y'all get into any?
No,
Nobody got into trouble? I'm the only person that gets into trouble?
no.
I don't get in trouble.
When I'm at 100% health, that's when I'm gonna start looking for trouble again.
You're not at 100%? What happened? You got cooties?
Nah, my ears are still messed up, so
Dang.
I'm at about 80, 75, 80%.
Okay. All right. I see my new room 9 chat. What
Yeah,
up?
what's popping with the roomies?
Shout out to them. I think I almost believe that either I'm the only person that gets into trouble on the weekends or everybody else hides their trouble. Which one is it?
Both.
Okay, so I'm the only person that gets into trouble on the weekends. Got it. All right. Um,
Molly over there looking real guilty. What'd you do?
no, I'm usually home. Sometimes I'll get out, but it's not crazy.
so I'm the only crazy one. That is so insane.
I saw Mission Impossible.
How was it?
Oh, how was it?
Man, that shit fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Well,
That
Tom
shit
Cruise
is.
always delivers.
This one was a little bit more intense though. Mm.
Why you say
Ugh.
that?
I'm not. I don't want to say because then I don't want to like. It's almost like a spoiler almost. So
Okay.
I'll just leave it like it's really intense. It's really intense. Like got you on the edge of your seat the whole time.
Hmm.
Ain't all that crazy ass dialogue. It's like really action. It's some wild scenes that are over the top. I will say that.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's some over the top scenes. Like you just like hell no. But
All right. I got you.
shit fire, man. I would go see it.
Did you see Final Destination?
Yeah, I saw it.
Was it good? Is it worth seeing?
If you could watch it on streaming,
Mhm.
Well,
It's
I have a
just-
movie membership, so I get like credits. So I'm
oh yeah, go ahead, go see it. Go see
okay.
it. Yeah. Don't, wait, hold on. Don't use no Final Destination was good. I ain't gonna do all that. It was good. It was good. It's
Not really my choice of type of movies.
oh
Final
yeah.
Destination is one of them movies for me to where like I can watch the first one, but I already pretty much know what the premise is for the movie for the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. It's just like, okay. got you. Death is chasing you. It's gonna be the same premise in the first beginning scene, and then we know what the movie is gonna be. The plot is just pretty much the same every single movie. So,
Oh yeah, for sure. It was.
So no Fast and the Furious 19 for you, huh?
no, you know what? It's so funny. The Fast and Furious was my favorite franchise when it first came out. It was my favorite of all time because I love cars. I
Cars,
love
yeah.
cars. And
Mhm.
they just by the time it got to about the fourth one, it just all got fucked up. I like Tokyo Drift. I
That's the
like
best one.
no, it's not.
That's for me. That's the best one. The
Make
acting is
one.
horrible. The
It's not the
acting
best.
is
It's not
horrible,
the best
but the
one.
concept. Oh my god.
Tokyo Drift. I like the first one. I like this. I like Tokyo Drift. Um, ironically enough, my man couldn't act. Um, Paul Walker. Paul Walker was never a good actor ever.
That's not
Yeah.
true.
Paul Walker is not a good actor. He was a bad
That's
actor.
not true.
Paul Walker was a good actor, Carrie?
I think he was a decent actor.
Oh God.
I think he was a decent actor. I think they all did fairly well. Plus, have you
Oh,
watched any other movies with Paul Walker?
yeah, Paul Walker wasn't that guy. Come on, Rome. What are you doing, Rome? Come on, man. We got to get there, guys. Like, man,
Yeah, it
this
was
is
bad.
come
I
on,
think it
dog.
was a
Don't do it
montage
to
of
me,
how bad
Paul.
it's.
I mean,
Don't
but
do it
really,
to
what
me,
kind of
Paul.
quality are you expecting from Fast and the Furious, though?
Man, let me tell you something. If I would have seen Paul walk up to me, I'd be like, man, who is this cop and why is he over here? That movie would have been over in the first franchise. There ain't no way in the world you're going to convince me that Paul Walker, his bad actor, was a cop. Get the hell out of here, bro. Who is this agent? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
He wasn't that bad. I've seen worse.
Y'all just like him because he blue eyes, all of that shit. Like he fit the description.
Oh yeah, The Accountant 2 is probably the best movie out. For real, for real. I forgot about that. I ain't mentioned
But
that part a lot.
Yeah, I
once
want
it
to see
got
that.
past, everybody started reviving each other. They became special agents. They can capture planes and shit. I said, man, get this the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, when they started saving the world, I was done with it.
Yeah, so I
No, for
love
real.
the franchise until they messed it up. I loved it until they messed it up. So same old, same old. So what else is going on? I think I'm gonna stop getting in trouble publicly. That's what I've
Why?
decided to do.
What
You
happened
said,
this time?
you
That
said
sounds
why?
pretty mature. That sounds good.
Wow.
What
You
happened
said
this time?
well, what did I get in trouble? Oh man, I'm always in trouble.
Like, who wants to live the boring life, though?
I'm
Everything be predictable.
I am always in trouble, bro. Always.
It was on the
in,
Millionaire Morning Show.
in trouble with
No,
whom?
I'm always in trouble in real life, is what I'm
Thank
saying.
you.
Oh
In
shit.
trouble with whom?
Oh.
I don't really be in trouble. I'm speaking figuratively, but I'm always on some shit. Like I'm always doing something.
If you didn't die or spend the weekend in jail, it's fine.
Wow.
That's true. That is very true. That is very true. That is very true. But yeah, man, it's Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Yes,
So,
sir.
all right. Somebody said with the misses. Nah. Listen, I don't those that's the last of my problems. Is women are like problematic, but not a problem, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You should have came to the movement festival, Slimmy. Oh my fucking God, bro.
The what?
The movement festival was this weekend.
Where in Detroit?
Yes, bro. Yes.
Oh.
That shit hit so hard. It was slapping so bad, bro.
What is that?
It's an electronic music festival. So
Oh, I would have loved that, man.
one of the biggest in the world.
Fuck.
And I was telling the people on the Millionaire Morning Show, I said liberals really know how they super gay, but they know how to party.
Not super gay.
Oh man, I've seen some of the gayest shit that I've ever seen in my life. I'm kidding you not.
I don't know if I should be there then. I
That
don't know if
Molly
I
and
should
that
be there then.
ecstasy.
I still drop
Yeah,
F-bombs in real
everybody
life.
be drugged out. Everybody be drugged out. It's the after parties that be crazy. So I flew back in on Saturday. Saturday. No, I flew back in on Sunday, but I went to the music festival on Monday. But the festival was 3 days, so it was Friday, Saturday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Dog, I never thought I seen something gayer than this. I seen a guy. So I'm walking over because it's like 4 or 5 different stages, 4 or 5 different performances all happening at the same time. Weather was great and all of that. So I'm walking over to one stage and I'm kicking it with a bunch of people, whatever. It said, Anton, look at that. I look over and, everybody drugged out, everybody, whatever. And so I see it was 3 guys. One guy was laying on one guy's shoulder. The other guy, the guy's whose shoulder he was laying on, he was kissing the other guy. But then at the same, that wasn't the wild part. The wild part was he had his hand in his whole butt, like in his pants. It was the wildest shit I ever seen in my entire life, bro. I never seen. Dog, you know how you grab a chick's butt? Like, yeah, it's fine. He had his hands in his pants. And it was like, that's some wild shit. Like, I have never seen no junk like that before, bro. You had to be on drugs to do something like that.
You would think, but no. You've never been to Mardi Gras, huh?
Yeah, I've been to Mardi Gras. Absolutely. 100%. Listen, I've seen some wild junk at Mardi Gras too. But it's just wild to see a man with his hands in somebody else's pants on the back. And I think the worst part about it was like the details. So, like, for example, he had hair all down his legs. Slippy.
Nope. So since you had to see it, you're gonna subject us to it now.
You know how is some people that's super hairy. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen like some of those videos where like people was getting how you get the stuff pulled off your back or whatever.
Wax.
The wax, yeah, and it'd be like those Arabic guys, and they back be like whole hairy. That's how his fucking legs look. So you that motherfucker, like, it's like crazy. It was so crazy, bro.
I don't like how you felt the need to subject us.
I think the Knicks losing. I think the Knicks losing.
Do something, Slimmy. Do something.
No way.
But I will say this though, on the flip side.
How was the actual show?
Slimmy, on the flip side though, it was some of the baddest chicks that I've ever seen in my life, bro. It was some of the baddest chicks. And they all
I fucking love Detroit.
They all like to have their nipples out. I don't know what that is.
Oh man.
They all love to have their nipples out, bro. It's the craziest thing.
Out.
Yeah, like they all like
see the piercings.
Yeah, and they shirts is just, and then eventually they shirts come off and they come off, and that shit just go. And then it's just the parties. They party all night and then they come back. So yeah, man, it was pretty insane. I didn't stay for real long. I just stayed for a little bit and then got back to because I stay right there. I stay right down there. So
okay. Damn, man. I wish I'd have known.
Yeah. It was a pretty interesting experience.
Wait, is Afro Nation coming back to Detroit?
Of course, bro. They're here every year.
Woo! Yeah.
They're here every year, bro.
I'm making sure I get my ticket early. I ain't missing it this year. I don't give 2 fucks what's going on.
Yep.
I had the time of my life when I was
it was dope. Man. It'd be dope.
Jesus.
It'd be so dope. Afro Beats is dope. So, all right. Anything else before we get started? Apparently, my life is the only one that's going down the drain. I know Kim's life is pretty going down the drain like mine, except she's too sick to She too sick to embrace it right now. So
Right. I gotta rein it in for now. I even put my glasses on so I can look intelligent.
So. All right. Well, I guess that's that. Well, we can start and get into the show. Quentin is quite quiet today. I don't know what that is, but we'll figure it out. And he got on red. So
I rebuke
what do you rebuke?
it.
Huh?
What's this cryptic shit?
I don't know. He got something new coming on today, but we'll figure it out. All right, so
nice.
Oh, he got a haircut.
Quentin?
Yeah, that is true.
Quentin, you can say thank you or something. Rude. Let me send you a real ugly text right quick.
Mr. Hot says, "What up, though, family? Restream the morning show today. I'm not wearing no Room 9 helmet, y'all, but y'all still my family. Y'all got it. Shout out to the Room 9 people." Chris Cunningham says, "You caught that noise pollution ticket, though?" Yeah, I did get some tickets. I got pulled over. That's true. That is true. Let's talk. Says Decadence Fest in New Orleans is way worse. Never been there. I'm not even gonna say that, McDice. Thank y'all for the super chats. All right, y'all. So let's start with an icebreaker. Macron. So I seen the footage. I kind of talked about it on the Millionaire Morning Show, but I want to get y'all thoughts on it about him getting slapped. Let me go ahead and the French president getting slapped. Let me play a little bit of what happened, and then I want to get y'all thoughts on it. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
Now to the president of France speaking out about that viral video making the rounds online. It appears to show his wife pushing him in the face after the couple's plane landed for an international trip. But he says it's all a big misunderstanding. Our Molly Hunter live with a story that a lot of folks are talking about. Molly, good morning.
Savannah, that's right. So many people on both sides of the Atlantic talking about this. Now, we've seen that video go viral. What looked like an altercation of sorts shows the hand of the French president's wife, Brigitte Macron, appearing to push her husband in the face. Now, the video was shot by the Associated Press, and you see President Macron kind of step back, recover his composure, and wave, of course, to all the journalists out there as they descend the steps in Hanoi. You can see this right here. The president offers his arm, and she appears to refuse it. Now, yesterday, President Macron took questions, from reporters, and he played it down. He said it was nothing. They were joking, just squabbling. Now, the couple have been married nearly 2 decades. Famously, of course, there's a 24-year age gap. The Élysée Palace originally said it was fake. Then yesterday, the press team said, no, it's real. They were having a laugh, calling it a moment of closeness. But that did not stop the internet conspiracy theories. President Macron blaming what he called wackos. Now, due to his support of Ukraine, Macron has been the target of Russian misinformation, and the Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman took the opportunity to mock the French president, writing on Telegram he received a right hook from his wife.
So basically, the French president got mushed in his face, and then when he walked down the steps of his plane, she refused to take his hand and take his arm. He tried to play it off and make it seem like it was just all in jest. Anybody's thoughts on this?
I think it's weird that you got slapped by a grandma. That's probably.
I just found out that they had that big of an age gap. That
like,
he's 47, he's 47, and she's 72.
Like, why would you do that? She rich or something? I assume.
It ain't enough money in the world to get me to talk to a 72-year-old woman, bro.
No.
Well, she didn't start out at 72.
Yeah,
even 20 years ago, she was 52.
There ain't no
yeah,
way.
She was still old.
Like, I'm maxed out at 61, but shit.
That's so old. Jesus Christ.
And I believe she was his teacher. So that whole relationship is extremely weird. If you look too far into it, it's just weird. And to see
Molly,
certain things that happen,
Molly, you said that was his teacher.
It was.
A long time ago, yes. That was the teacher.
Come on, man.
It appears
What's wrong?
as though he was groomed by his teacher, who may or may not be a man.
Yeah, I was looking at that, man.
That may or may
It was
not be
looking
his
like
husband.
Hey, it was looking like some Obama shit was going on in the photos.
It's looking like the world in the political theater is a lot smaller than we might think.
Woo-wee. It seemed like they all indulge in the same type of bullshit. having them men on their right hand. Ain't too much. Never mind.
But I'm not super immersed in French culture, so
I don't know nothing. I
it
definitely
just
don't
looks
know nothing.
messy and it looks like he doesn't have it together. So good luck to the French.
Does he have it together?
Obviously not.
Do y'all think that men that get mushed have the ability to be still masculine? Do y'all think that he can control? Like, do y'all think that men that get mushed have the ability to be able to run a country?
It's hard to say that he can't, but it's hard to say that he can. So it's like, we don't know that scenario. We don't know why she chose to do that right there. But it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. But I can't say the dude isn't masculine because that happened to him. But
you said you can't say that it's not masculine. Okay, so let me ask
I can't say that he's not masculine because that happened, because you can't technically put your hands back on her, especially in that scenario. He can't do that. He really can't do that.
Shit, I'd have been diving in the front all through that. I would have been diving all through that plane.
No, the headlines would have been too. No, the headlines.
What would the headlines gonna be? What could it have been?
The president destroys his wife in public. Like, no, that's not a good look. Then you're gonna look emotional in front of the whole world.
I want to be I'm an emotional person.
No, not like that. Not for no public DV. Not for no public DV. That
if
ain't
you
gonna
hit
look
me
good.
first, that's me defending myself.
No, you can't. You're not defending yourself against your wife. You
Might
gotta
be his wife. Might be his husband.
Wait. You can't defend yourself.
You can't defend yourself against your wife publicly.
How can't you?
Nah, you can't do that.
Okay, so wait a minute. All right. So let me ask you a question, Slimmy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that? Do you think it should be legal for men to be able to punish their wives?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So why should that be a bad thing?
No, but you can't do that publicly with all those cameras around. I'm talking about that scenario. Don't do that.
Okay, but I'm talking about something different now.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's your business. That's your wife. That's your business. Yeah. You should be able to discipline your wife.
What does it look like to you?
Disciplining your wife?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it depends on what she did. What did she do?
Mushed you in the face.
Come on, man. Come on, man. No.
So what does discipline look like?
You got to use something else. You can't use domestic violence. Don't use domestic violence, because violence begets violence. We're not gonna do that.
Well, you just said we can get popped.
That's what I heard. That's what I'm trying to suss it out.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I did not say it.
What does discipline look like?
It depends on what you do. What did you do? You're not giving me nothing. You can't give me the domestic violence though, man, because I'm not. You can't do that one. Do something else. Maybe, okay, she cussed you out or something like that in public. So you take her home, you show her a couple things, you shake her.
Show her a couple things and shake her.
Yeah.
So she's a salt shaker at this point.
No, not that kind of.
Show her the back of that hand.
Hopefully you don't got to do all that. But
do y'all believe? Hold on. Do the women believe that women should be able to get disciplined?
Hell no.
I believe that a good leader will have disciplinary measures in place that don't necessarily look like hitting a person. You should be able to outthink this situation. And for lack of better words, the easiest way to say it is just manipulate this person into getting what it is you want.
So I got to finesse you, is what you're basically saying.
Call it what you want. It's just like if you have small children, you don't necessarily have to pop them in the head. You should be able to outthink somebody, child, and regulate their behavior. How can you be a leader if you can't even outthink the person you're supposed to be leading?
I believe in a strap.
That's like a woman thing to do, like be manipulative. Nah, nigga, you should be able to punch a bitch in her nose, and if she get out of fucking pocket, like the force like has to be equivalent to like what she does, like. But like if you get mush, you should be able to like punch a hole through her face.
Quentin, I think you need a Snickers or something. What's going on?
What you mean? Especially on shit. That's why that's like you gently like push back in the plane, like out of the view. You know, about to turn this bitch around, nigga.
Oh. I'm not subscribing.
No, y'all wildin'. Y'all wildin'. Y'all wildin'. No. We can't wild like this, man.
Quinn trying to get me locked up.
We can't wild out like this, man. That's a crash out.
What's wilding out?
That's a crash out.
What, Slimmy? Why are you off camera?
Cause I don't want to be associated with that. That was
so
you're violent.
Saying, wait. So you're saying that if a woman hits you, that you should not be able to defend yourself effectively?
Publicly, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I'm saying in general, Slimmy.
Oh, behind closed doors is something else. I would hope
behind closed doors you should be able to knock her
I would
between
wait. I would hope that it don't involve fisticuffs. Nope. I would hope.
Nope.
And I'm talking about the woman using her fist.
And then all that makeup y'all put on, use that shit to cover up your black eye.
See.
Yep.
See?
Y'all know how to use that. Y'all can change y'all's whole face to something else. Go ahead and cover it up.
See?
I don't need you not to be running around and hitting
That
me.
is so bad.
See? What's so bad, Carrie? What's so bad, Carrie?
What Quentin just said.
Why do you think you can just beat me up?
Well, that's bad too, but
no, nigga, if you hit me, you should get hit back. Equal rights, equal lefts. You heard it all.
Not equal rights, equal lefts, Lord.
So wait a minute, y'all don't think that women should have to? Y'all don't think that a man should be able to defend himself?
Man, you shouldn't have to defend yourself against your woman, man. That's outrageous.
That's true, Slimmy. But at the same time,
outrageous.
I'm just asking a question.
People need to learn lessons.
I think that most men are strong enough to not have to punch a woman in her face.
That's why I said you gotta shake her.
I think
slap her then slap her.
What is wait. Now, Slimmy, you know shaking ain't gonna do nothing.
What?
Yes, you just grab her with full strength to let her know, like, I will hurt you. I will hurt you.
So instead of
that's gonna damage. That's gonna damage this mind.
Instead of leaving a bruise on her eye, leave a bruise on her arm because you grabbed her so hard.
That don't
I
do
mean,
shit.
if she's trying to like attack you, you got to do something. You're not gonna just stand there and let her keep hitting you. So
I don't know why people keep saying this. Shaking don't do nothing. That just makes people laugh.
No.
Oh no, they ain't gonna laugh with
no. I think that
no, with the right amount of force, no, it ain't gonna be no laughing matter. That motherfucker might get dizzy.
You don't just completely like somebody said a bear hug, like completely immobilize her. Like, listen.
Man, what is that gonna do?
That will hopefully snap her back into reality. If not, then take her politely outside. Lift her up and walk her outside the door until she calms down.
These bitches big fat, nigga. Ain't no lifting up these hoes.
Quick case of vertigo.
Wait. Have y'all ever
don't get with a girl you can't lift up?
Have y'all ever seen a woman go crazy like some of these women?
No.
Yeah,
you're not grabbing that wildebeest.
Well, maybe you should stop provoking her.
No. We ain't gonna do that. No, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that.
I don't like somebody said. If you can just leave, then leave. But this is assuming she's like,
that's my house.
It's to diffuse the situation so you don't do what Quentin said and knock her out.
I'm not leaving my house.
I think you need to protect your freedom and whatever that looks like, because once this moment passes, being locked up is not going to do you any good.
No, go ahead, lock me up because it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be worse. If I get locked up, it's gonna be way worse when I get out.
Oh man. Oh man. No, don't do that.
I dare you. I dare you have me in jail for 3 days and let me think about it.
No, because they're not putting you in jail because it was it was ultimately your actions that did it.
Listen, I'm gonna get out. You're never going to hold me down from a domestic violence, like a false domestic violence or some bullshit, right?
It won't
Bruh,
be false if you punch her in the face. That's
Yes,
what
it
I'm
will
never
if
said.
she hit you
First of
first,
all,
nigga.
first of all, I never said that. All right. So Kim trying to put charges on me already on something that I never
I'm
even
giving
did.
it back to Quentin. He said that.
All right. So
Just pull
first
your
of all,
phone out. Just pull your phone out
I'm
and
not
start
recording
recording her.
you. No. But see, this is what I'm saying. None of y'all are offering realistic. This is the problem. The problem is nobody is offering realistic solutions to an issue to where you can hold a woman accountable.
To where
Well,
what?
like Carrie
You
said,
can
you're gonna
really
have
hold
to.
a woman accountable. How are you really holding her accountable? How are you teaching her a
You
lesson? She don't give a fuck about nothing that y'all
you
saying
might
right
if you can't get her to calm down, then that's not going to be the time for you to teach her a lesson that doesn't ultimately have the potential of, like Kim said, taking away your freedom. So that
now.
might
No,
not
no,
be
no.
the
Yeah, see,
time to try to do this
y'all keep
whole
on putting it back
accountability
on us.
thing.
You
No,
keep
no,
on
no,
putting it
no.
back on us. What I'm asking, this is the question. How can you effectively deal with discipline or teach a woman a lesson that would do something egregious like put her? How can you teach her a lesson? What is it that you can do? Anything, any solution that you can do to solve for this issue.
No, I said it last week.
After that, leave.
You can't hold a woman accountable.
Right. I'm with Carrie. Leave, because it's not gonna stop if
So
she gets
how
away with
that
it.
is not holding a woman
Gonna be
accountable.
That's not holding her accountable. You can't
no,
hold
but
a
it's
I'm
woman
gonna
no, no, no,
accountable.
listen.
affect her
I know
life.
what my options are. I know I can leave. I know I can go to jail. I know I can do all of that stuff. What I'm asking
You could
is,
So
also press charges.
what
if
I'm
you really
asking
want to hold
is,
her
what I'm
accountable, film her, take all the licks, let her get her licks
take the
off, film
licks,
it. Look, you want to hold her accountable. So
take the
let her
licks.
swing. Yup, you say you want to hold her accountable. So record it, let her get all her stuff off, just prepare to eat all that up, and then take the footage down to the police station and press charges. And now she'll be held accountable.
So you
That's the
telling me
same way she would hold you accountable.
I'm supposed to get beat up? No, she not. No woman is gonna let you beat her up to go and come on,
No,
stop.
I'm not saying she's gonna let you. What I'm saying is she's gonna go and press charges. That's gonna be her way of holding you accountable. So you could do exactly the same thing.
So basically, y'all on the no solution.
It sounds like
That is
you
a
have
solution.
one solution in your head that unless we say it, you're not gonna agree. So what is the solution that you have?
No, that's not what I said. What I'm asking you guys, everybody, is how because y'all told me to do the Harlem Shake tour and all of this other shit. What I'm asking is how can you really hold a woman accountable? Is it a way for you to even really hold a woman accountable?
No,
I think it is.
no.
If pressing charges isn't holding her accountable, what is that?
Or leave her.
How much
Walk
time?
out.
How much time you think a
Leave her.
woman is gonna get for domestic violence against a man?
I don't know, but if I was a man, I'd find out.
You know it ain't gonna.
Let her land that punch.
It ain't gonna be that
You
long.
got a better
Let
chance if
her
you ever
land the punch. Let her land the punch.
It ain't gonna be that long.
This is crazy.
To get some serious time for domestic violence, there have to be some bodily injury or some deadly weapons involved, not just hitting.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Just saying.
But this just tells me that there's no real way to hold a woman accountable in real life.
Nope.
Yeah, I said it last week. Ain't no way to hold no woman accountable ever. I mean, we've been saying it. Everybody knows this. It ain't just me. Everybody know that shit, man. Ain't no way.
I certainly see
That's why Cassie got immunity and Diddy is the one looking crazy.
Cassie got immunity because somebody wanted to take him down and came at her first. That's all that is.
That part too, but she was painted as the victim and she's completely complicit, and it also looks like she might be the ringleader of the shit.
Yeah, but if you wanted to take him down, how else would you do it without painting her as a victim?
I mean, you had a little rod.
So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. Y'all are really some demons.
How is that demon? We gave you
Women
like 3
are
different
demons.
options.
Women are demons.
We gave you a bunch of options.
What would you like to do?
I would like for her to be peaceful.
Right, and if she's not, you got the wrong one. Let her be where she is.
I don't think it's as simple, Kim.
Why not?
Because usually
people always tell the woman to leave, so now we telling the man leave.
It's not. I don't think it's ever really that simple.
Why is it that simple when we're talking about a woman leaving a domestic violence situation, but as far as it, as it relates to men, now it's not that simple.
Because you still got access to the account, you still got access to the credit cards, you still got access to the crib, you still got the daughter, you still got a lot of shit. Like, it's way more complicated than just walking away.
I mean, in the day and age where we can flip all of these things off with a switch, before you make it to the front door, you have no access to the accounts.
Life used to be so much simpler.
Well, in regard to Macron's wife, I would be interested in knowing what her health is. I mean, obviously, we don't know what happened, if they had an argument or whatever, but I would be interested in knowing about her health.
What's wrong? What do you mean? How does that?
Could be like dementia
because with her age, yeah, because to me, I saw like a 2-hand kind of like a mush, and honestly, it kind of took me to a little bit of a flashback of my mom, and my grandmother. There's like this agitation that can happen either as a precursor, like as a symptom of the dementia, the medication, or before you even know something's up, where people get like very aggressive out of kind of nowhere, and they will put their hands on you. So for all I know, she could be showing signs of dementia. So that's what I'm saying. 72 years old.
You're not really making this argument.
Carrie, I don't think that they would bring her out in public if that was the case. Like, because she would be too unhinged to have out in public. And then there was a lady who stepped in front of the plane, like to kind of try to block it. That lady knew exactly what was going on. I don't think that was the first time she's seen anything like that. And she tried to deflect the attention. I don't.
Carrie don't really believe what she's saying.
Any touch of dementia.
Okay, y'all don't have to believe it. That's okay. It doesn't make it not possible. So
I believe that people having dementia
does not necessarily make you unhinged, and showing that frustration is not always predictable to the point where you will be like, I can't take you out in public. And that frustration, that irritability can come before you even realize that there is an issue of dementia. So I'm not saying that's what it is, because we don't know. I'm saying I would be curious of what her health is, because that could potentially be it. Given her age, she's a female. Like, it's not outlandish for that to be a possibility. Obviously, it could be other things as well. So, I mean,
if a man does that, they're not trying to figure out.
Stay healthy. Carrie, girl, who you know with dementia? I know a lot of people with dementia, sweetheart.
Hold on, wait. If a guy does that, do you think that they checking on whether or not he got dementia?
Why are you keep trying to make this into a female male thing?
Because I would say the same.
I would say the same thing. Anybody who is of a certain age who is putting their hands on a person out of what appears to be nowhere. Like, again, we don't know what happened before the door opened or anything like that. But anybody who is over 70 who is doing that, yes, I would 100% ask for a health report. 100%.
But the thing is, they've got access to top doctors and all of these. These people are watching them for health-related issues. I'm sure they're having checkups and stuff like that all the time, particularly if she's displayed this behavior before. And when I say unhinged, I mean unpredictable. You're not going to take somebody out in that public of an arena to be unpredictable.
Well, we don't know that. That's his wife. And like I said, it can happen out of nowhere. And who's to say he doesn't know? That for all we know, that's why he said, "Oh, we were playing." He might know his wife's health, but he might not want people to know his wife's health. So all I'm saying is that that would be one of the things that I would ask for, to rule out anything from a health perspective, especially if he doesn't know why she did it. Like I said, we don't know what happened, so he clearly knows probably more of why she did it than anybody. But if he were unsure, or if I was just trying to figure it out, yeah, I would want to know her health so that I could rule that out.
I don't need to know it. I'm gonna deal with you accordingly. I'm gonna tell you one time. Don't put your hands on me.
Y'all keep asking if she has dementia. Why? I read up about the illness, y'all. Like, it's not. You can be out in public with dementia. The minute that you have been diagnosed with dementia, they don't put you into a shell. Like, you still can actively participate in society. You, just because you have dementia does not mean that you are lost. You don't have any memory. You don't, like, there's levels and stages to dementia, and the symptoms of dementia come for different reasons, and the medicate, like, there's so many different layers to it. So before you tell me to stop, go do your research.
Dog, I check a grandmother. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Hey man, chill, bro. What?
I would check.
You gonna push that old lady down the stairs?
I will check a grandmother all day long, man. I don't give a fuck, bro.
No, man. No.
Yes.
It gotta be ultimate disrespect to talk crazy to somebody's grandma.
Just minimal disrespect.
Lord.
I mean, yeah, she call you out your name, yeah. I say, hey, get the fuck out of here, some shit like
You
that.
just be looking at me funny. Who the fuck you looking at?
No, see.
You wouldn't say that. No, you wouldn't. You would not.
See,
you
man, come on, dog.
Yes,
you would not.
This is out of line, man. Come on, bro.
I will tell a grandmother in a minute. Don't think that I won't. Because I already know that old bitch done got away with a whole lot
of what?
I know she got away. Who the fuck Florence talking to over here? Why Florence thinks she could get who is Ethel talking to? I will check a grandmother in a minute, bro.
No,
she's still a woman. Hold on, wait. She's still a woman, though, right? Because she been getting away with this shit her whole life. She been teaching women the wrong thing her whole life.
Oh,
and just
man.
because, listen, go look at her younger pictures. She was something else back in the day, and she grew into it, and ain't nobody told her the truth.
What was she?
A hoe.
Oh,
you can't just call this lady.
You can't just do that.
So what, y'all think that old people wasn't hoes?
But how do you know she was?
Don't say it.
How do you know?
Don't say it. Don't you say it.
I'd rather bet that she was, but that she wasn't.
How do you know? What's making you say
90,
she was?
99% chance.
Ethel spent 70 years doing the best she could.
It's a 98, 99% chance that she was a hoe. And just because she got wrinkles don't mean that she any less of a hoe.
You can't just put stats on her like that.
Yes,
how
I
do you
can.
know?
It's a strong possibility.
What are you basing that on?
70 years, she got a lot of mileage.
But that don't mean she was a hoe.
She got a lot of mileage.
Yes,
and a lot of wieners ran up in there at 70 years old.
Yes,
because she
it
grew up
does.
in a time
Why?
where being a
She
hoe
was his teacher.
I'm telling y'all, bro, man. These women grow old and they got some stories under them rolls. That's the honest to God truth. These women is evil, and nobody ever told them that they was evil, and that's how they got so old.
That's how they got old, because they didn't know they was evil.
Yes, because nobody ever held them accountable. It's a lot of women getting away with a lot of shit. It's a lot of women that's on TikTok right now that's gonna grow old, and y'all gonna be like, "Oh, look at that old woman." Need to push that bitch down the stairs, bro.
Well, you know what? If she made it to 80, being old and crazy, like you just gotta let her have it at this point.
No, I don't. Somebody need to tell her before she go.
Unaccountable box.
I'm dead serious. Somebody need to tell them. These matriarchs, they are the devil. Older black women are evil. Those are some of the most, honestly, I believe in my heart, those are some of the most evil people on walking the earth today.
What
when you look online,
does their evil look like?
Older black women?
Yeah, what is their evil
Older
look like?
black women, they some of the most racist, evil, having kids by different men and told they men that was their kids and it really wasn't, but he couldn't prove it because they didn't have DNA testing, motherfuckers. Older black women, they have done some shit. They have taught their daughters. I'm telling you, older black women are some of the most evil women that is walking the face of the earth right now.
Yeah, I think it's all of them though. I don't think it's just no.
I'm telling you, bro.
And this should be like when you look on the internet though, and you just look at the behaviors of some of these older women because they be having them on camera. Man, they be really they it's funny, but they really are mean.
They are, bro.
Really are mean. Like they
didn't
say
get that way by accident, Slimmy.
They say some of the craziest shit. And we laughing at it, but then when you really start processing that shit and you start thinking about it, it's like, damn, man, this motherfucker really is.
And
she
let me
landed on heavy.
The only reason that you ain't seeing her being a hoe today is because she trying to be better for her great grandchildren. When they get in them homes, they really be still fucking. They be stealing each other's man when they 80.
That's nasty.
No, I'm telling you the honest to God truth. They be in them homes stealing men.
Man.
Come on, bro. Listen, let me tell you about these old people. They be trying to get this. They be trying to get the young nurse, nigga. Dog, why you think are y'all ready to? Y'all said y'all wanted me to talk, so I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Do you know that there are guy nurses that be in there fucking them older women, them older old women, bro?
I'm not going to accept that into my truth sphere.
It's real. It's a real thing. That's why they say check on Mima, check on Gertrude, and they be in there. They know what they doing. They not confused. They be trying to act confused, but they be in there getting the D at 80. I'm telling you, bro, it's a real thing. Look it up. It's
you want to be in that dust pocket, man? Ain't nothing going on in there.
They be dusting them off. We
need to be talking about the men, not the women.
They be dusting them off.
I'm talking about the men. Like, why would you want to be in that dusty old pocket like that?
I'm telling you, it's real, bro.
Elder
they be in the pocket. That's where you think that they no teeth, nigga?
That's elder abuse.
No, it's not. Them women is fucking. They know what they doing. They ain't confused. They know what they doing. They not confused. They've been doing this shit for 80 years. They've been doing this shit since they was 14. They got 66 years of practice. They have not stopped. They never stopped. From the day that they got put into the home, they went right into what they was doing before they got in there. They never stopped. I'm telling you the truth, bro.
Yeah, they just have to keep that over there. Keep that shit over there.
Right.
I mean, them titties probably feel like.
Do you know what the biggest? You know what the biggest venereal diseases are? It's in nursing homes, bro.
Somebody else just typed that in the chat.
It's real. It's a real thing. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm telling you that it is a real thing. The biggest exchange, one of the biggest exchanges of venereal diseases is in nursing homes, bro.
And they don't use condoms because they can't get pregnant.
They not fucking around. They fucking in there.
Mm-hmm.
So what you saying is these young men are coming in and bringing Meemaw chlamydia?
No, I'm saying that they in there fucking with each other. And they fucking with the
Well, it has
outside
to come
world.
from somewhere, though.
Each other. They always had it. They always had it. They bringing it to each other.
That's nasty.
I'm telling you. All right. Y'all keep thinking that y'all keep thinking that these old people is innocent. Them people been a devil for a long time, bro.
Man, that skin is just like falling off them, man.
Slimmy.
I don't want to touch that.
I will admit the only time I had a STI scare was from an old chick. So
see, they lifting that skin up, Slimmy.
Ugh, man, come on, man.
Lift that skin up.
They
she
still
said
got
she had it,
sexual
so I
urges.
need. She said she had it, so I need to go get a check for it too.
Yeah, they lifting that skin up, taking that diaper off. It's over.
Oh,
I didn't have it.
Oh, what the fuck, man?
I have a vivid imagination, so I'm just gonna mentally check out of this conversation. Like I'm not. No,
This gotta stop. This gotta stop.
I thought I was safe fucking old people, but then that happened.
No.
And Anton back there giggling. He done lit a Molotov cocktail and threw it in.
Getting it in, and there depends. Yeah, about time for them super chats.
No, y'all want to read super chats now?
Yeah, man. Oh no.
Y'all gonna be old one day. What, you not gonna fuck no more?
Not Gretchen.
Yes, you are.
Mm-mm.
Yes, you are. Take that shit.
Pause. That don't sound right.
That doesn't change anything. Pause doesn't.
We don't do pauses as grown men no more.
I'm still gonna say that. Mm-mm. I'm not messing with no old fogies, man. Why you wanna mess with them fossils?
You gonna be old. What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna want no fossil.
Oh, so you get to have a young one. So you doing the thing that I said that they've been doing.
No, I'm not gonna. They ain't gonna be that young. They ain't gonna be the people in that home.
So when you're 80, what's your plan?
Shit.
When you get on the dating app at 80, or seniors mingle,
I ain't gonna
what's gonna be your age range?
Hopefully 50 and 60.
No, you can't have that. You need to go with another 80.
No, you ain't gonna put me up there with Gretchen. Not doing that. Her skin gonna be wrinkly like mine. I want something soft.
That's selfish, Slimmy.
No, that's fair. I don't need that old skin.
Y'all
I got some of my own.
Just be there sharing your Depends and feeding each other applesauce.
Slimmy,
no. Wait a minute now. Ain't no
guarantee. Just criticizing the French president, Slimmy.
What happened?
You just criticized the French president.
Why you say that?
Because he got 47 and she's 72.
Hey, that's his problem. That's why he getting mushed. Shouldn't have been with that old hag anyway. What are you doing with that fossil, man?
Let me read the super chats because this is about to go off the rails.
Please and thank you.
Y'all don't want to face reality, and that's okay because I'm gonna be quiet the rest of the show.
Depends.
Michael Leverage says, Slimmy, who did the Cavs play next?
Hey, Mike, man.
Don't do that.
No,
that's my nigga. No.
I also want to acknowledge Nasty Stu because it's not showing up on my thing. Nasty Stu dropped the 200 ball before the show even started. It said, bang, bang, chicken, bang, bros, 14. Bang, 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 Thunder and 5. Thunder and 5. So shout out to you. I appreciate you, Nasty Stu. Crash Out or Cash Out says she used to be his high school teacher. MP says I would have tripped the hell out of her than a divorce. McDice says this isn't surprising. She's been spanking Macron Macron since he was 15 after class, and she trained him not to lay hands on her. Joe Gunn says he would have her eat the cake. Anime. MP says sometimes you have to smack a woman. Says Sean Connery.
Damn.
Sean Connery did say that. Lonnie says, Ye said, I'll never hit a girl, but I'll shake the shit out of you. Barrett Simmons says, hands rated E, baby. Keep your hands for yourself.
Wasn't that Chris Rock?
Face slap him like Rick James, says McDice. Victor Logan says she got with him when he was 15 and she was 39 and married. Lonnie says, if your girls put hands on you, you got to present your wee-wee gently, place it on her forehead, and assume the Captain Morgan stance. Best she get in line. That's a bad idea, big dog. Amon says, allowing a woman to physically disrespect you in public is more dangerous than the police. The world will test you if there is no Newton's law. You have to make a bold statement. I am not him. See, these guys don't seem like they be going for it. Chris Cunningham says the cops will laugh at you, Carrie. It's a known fact. McDice says Carrie sounds crazy. The only licks my chicks better give me is on my mushroom head. T. Sam says just do what they do. Scream like a batch. Run away. Find a hiding place and call the police and say you fear for your life. That is so G-A-Y. Nasty Stu, shout out to my dog Nasty Stu. I appreciate you, bro, for the 200 ball. Thank you. MP says, Carrie, you don't believe that shit. TRT says, Carrie, if the video was flipped and Macron was hitting the wife, you would not be saying that he had dementia.
You don't know what I would be saying. I don't approach everything. If it was black or white, if it was a woman or a man, like I don't approach everything like that. So stop.
I like Amy. Amy says for a man to protect a woman, he has to have the authority to correct and check that woman. Crash out of Cash Out says, Carrie, it's not a her. Travel Vet says, what up, AH crew? Macron and his wife was just playing front hand, backhand like Key and Peele. Yeah, I like that skit. TRT says, Carrie, this is what we mean when we say women can't be held accountable. Dementia, 100%.
Blah, 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 blah.
Amy E says, the moral of the story is a woman can't expect a man to be what a man's supposed to be for her when she's not willing to surrender control. Talk about it, Amy. Cornelius Jackson says, cut the shit. You see the way he waved and looked at the camera after getting caught and she didn't take his hand down the stairs. Facts. Carrie, it's a fact that you're even trying to make the argument. You would not have been this creative if a man had hit his wife. Nathan says Anton talks reckless sometimes. Christian, no way. Lonnie says, welcome back, AD. We missed you the last episode. TRT says, Carrie, you trying to say that the grandma is not a 304, but quick to say that Macron's wife has dementia. Do you see the point now?
No, I don't. I said, how do you know? Why would he say that?
Barrett says Anton ain't lying, folks, and went to the grave not knowing their real dad. Old women were definitely getting hit on the side. Devastator says she's old and drive a Nissan Altima with no bumpers. Talbot says Miss Jean used to drop those jeans back in the day. High Tolerance says salute AD and the crew. These high strung old heads, FAs I deal with at work think that they're exempt from getting checked. Nah, you getting all of the smoke. Yep. Anti-arrogance is off the chart, says Big Dog. TRT says no teeth. T. Sam says getting it in there depends. Timeout says, why is it normalized for women to hit men with their hands and other objects? Society makes jokes about it on social media and all platforms. Grandma Lynn is in the building. What up, Grandma Lynn? Let me see something. All right, I see you, Grandma Lynn. Facts, AD. If those were loose women when young and refused to change, some are loose now, right at 70 and 80 and is doing the same thing. Cornelius Jackson says, Grandma, get a Shirley Temple and turn to Meg the Stallion with a little bit of grenadine in it. Barrett Simmons says, yep, they let them STDs marinate, move into assisted living, and then let it loose. Ron Sean says, just because they got gray hair and orthopedic shoes don't mean that they ain't still throwing it back with a lifetime of experience. Trey Fast says, old people with old diseases they never get rid of. T.O. says, taking the diaper off. They gotta get that Medicaid, Medicare. Rage King Leo says Slimmy gonna be like I have 40. Yeah. Them young 304s. T.O. says them old ninjas is licking the applesauce clean off them women.
Ugh. So nasty.
McThickens says Slimmy talking like he too good. He already odd looking fellow. He is going to look wild at 78. He would have to get in where he fit in.
Hey, I'm on that. I'm on the I Choose You two tour. You know that, right, bitch?
Live Seeger says that man need to keep his hands to himself. Rage King Leo says I woke up this morning in Chris Brown body. Oh my God. Amerigo says she was a hoe. For sure. I love that. That's on 40-Year-Old Virgin. Jay Mills says women in accountability is like the Cavs and finals game 1.
That was a good one.
Quinn, you over there laughing like that lady from The Color Purple.
Yeah, that was Harpo.
You know what I'm talking about? When she got beat up and she
got
got
Oprah. That was Oprah.
At that table at the end, right?
Yeah, that was Oprah.
When she got out, she was sitting at that table, started laughing. That was
crazy.
Yeah.
She sounded crazy.
Says, my grandmother, rest in peace, was a hoe. She had 16 kids and not all from grandpa, none from the second husband. They know their parents. Crazy. They know their parents. Shout out to the chat. The chat is so awesome. And shout out to Nasty Stu. We appreciate you, big dog. Right. Let's continue on with the show. So Dawn Rashad, she has been accused shortly after taking a stand against Diddy, talking about all of the things that he did wrong and how she didn't agree with him or whatever. She is now being accused herself of drugging Q from making a band because they was in a relationship, right? I'm gonna play this really quickly, and actually I'll just play it like this. I'm sorry. I'll just play it like this, and then y'all can listen to it.
Day 26. They were on Making the Band.
Can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
All right.
And 4, he has finally come out and had a conversation about why he was so upset and crying in a lot of his interviews, talking about Diddy and that whole conversation. Yeah. And he is making some really huge allegations against Dawn Rashad. Let's take a listen.
My ex at the time, which was Dawn, she gave me an ecstasy pill. Yeah, she said it was ecstasy, and she said it was from Puff to give to me. And it was red. And I took it because I thought I was going to get freaky with my girlfriend. And I trusted her that that's what it was. So I took it immediately, and she had one too. He gave her 2 of them. I took mine. Within like 20 minutes, I knocked out and blacked out. I woke up in the twins' bedroom in the basement, and I woke up out of my sleep screaming very, very loud.
Who are the twins?
Diddy's twins. His girls. Yeah, I woke up in their bed to cameras filming me, and they were laughing as I woke up out of my sleep, screaming. And I'm not gonna cry.
Okay.
It felt very sacrificial. That's what I meant when I said I felt like they were trying to hurt me, or Diddy was trying to maybe sacrifice me that night.
Now, when Q was up here, y'all remember that we almost kind of got to the Diddy conversation because we were asking, did they experience anything? And he was like,
very triggering for him.
Yeah, very triggering. He didn't want to talk about it. Then they went on, I believe it was Vlad TV, and he broke down. But now we finally have some more details. And that comes from the Amy and TJ podcast, Amy Robach and TJ Holmes. They have this series that they're doing with Aubrey O'Day called Covering the Diddy Trial.
Yep.
So he was a guest. Now, those allegations are big. It's kind of crazy to hear it. Dawn actually had to come out and respond because people were like, hold on. With everything else that's going on, I don't think people
even... was just on the stand.
Yes. You know what I mean? So Dawn came out and said that, she wants to be clear. She has never drugged anyone or given anybody any pills. The suggestion that she did so is categorically false. If such a belief were genuine, it would be inconsistent with the actions that followed, such as inviting me into your home, introducing me to your younger sisters and family, and continue a relationship with me. It would also be inconsistent with choosing to attend social events without me, engaging with individuals I had previously expressed concerns about, and continuing to live with or provide favors to those same individuals. Many of these actions occurred while I was not present or even in contact with you. Throughout our time together, even after our separation, I made a conscious decision to not share or disclose private matters or the circumstances surrounding the end of our relationship to protect you. And she put you in caps. I did this out of respect for you and your family.
That's interesting because she's doing the same thing to Q that people are doing to Cassie. Like, why would you stay with a person after they do something,
right?
Heinous to you? And I don't know what's true and what's not. I'm just saying it's interesting that that's the route she took.
Yeah. But so Dawn Richard also took the stand in Diddy's trial, and when she testified, she spoke in support of Cassie for the most part. So I just want to make sure that that's clear. But yes, people are doing that to Cassie.
And she did that to Q just now.
Yes, and that's exactly.
If I did that to you, then why would you meet me?
Why would you
your family?
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Like that's not right.
Yeah.
I just think it's crazy that she took the stand and nobody brought up the fact that she had just worked with Diddy. She's on the last album,
the Love album.
I thought they did bring that up.
They didn't get to. They brought up her being in contact with him after leaving the whole Diddy situation in 2011, but they didn't specifically bring up the Love album. And I did ask why did they not, and I was told they don't know. But
so, Dawn Richard is being accused of drugging Q, her former boyfriend, from making the band, and he woke up screaming, and they said he got a lot of trauma and he don't really like talking about it. What are your thoughts on this, ladies and gentlemen?
Can it be considered drugging if somebody hands you something and says, this is drugs, take it, and you do?
If you don't know what's in it and it knocks you out, I'm assuming that it could be.
I don't believe her. Let me just say that. But I don't.
Well, she did like delete that statement too, just to let y'all know. But go ahead.
Yeah, I don't believe her. But I also, when I read his story earlier, I didn't take it like he was trying to imply that she was trying to drug him. I think that he was trying to say, like, this is the result of Diddy's work. He didn't say that directly, but like that's the implication that I got. And it was by way of his girlfriend. So whether the implication is that Diddy was trying to trick both of them or just trick him, I think he just mentioned Dawn because that's the way he got the pill, not because my girlfriend was trying to drug me. So I don't know. I think that her response comes across. I think she took it the wrong way, and probably because she was on trial. I'm sure she was probably advised to say something because maybe this makes her now look crazy or whatever, is why she responded the way that she did. But I don't think he was trying to come at her. I think he was just sharing what happened, and that was his girlfriend. She was a part of the story. So,
I mean, I feel like that for him, I feel like something happened because he definitely seemed to be a different person than he started out as. So I hate that whatever happened that changed him the way that it changed him happened. But also, you're not going to be able to hand me drugs and say, take this, period.
But to me, if your girl, like, again, the way he described it, it didn't seem like it was something that was clearly out of the norm for them, whether they've done it before or whether they got down like that. He said, like, this my girl. I thought we was going, like, this was going to ramp up our little sexcapade. So clearly him and Dawn had that kind of a relationship anyway. And then he mentions like everything that he talks about is regarding Diddy. He's like, I thought that it was going to be a sacrifice. That his focal point is Diddy. So I don't even know why she grabbed on like that. I mean, I guess she had to because people heard that and they then accused her of drugging, but I don't get that at all.
But then I have a question of like, what happened with her? If he took a pill and it knocked him out, and she took the same pill, what happened with her? Where is she now in this whole thing while he's out? Is she also out? Is something happening to her?
Or we don't, because okay, so now with her giving her testimony and saying that she not only witnessed Cassie being hit by Diddy, but that he threatened her too. We don't know. Like for now, what I could believe is that maybe Diddy did use Dawn to get her to give him the pill and was like, don't say nothing. Like clearly it's possible that Diddy had some level of influence over Dawn, even with her boyfriend. So even if she knew, I'm not saying she didn't know, she could have known she was giving him something crazy, or she could have known that Diddy was orchestrating it. But I don't think he was implying that she was the one who was trying to drug him. Like it was her idea and she was trying to be the orchestrator of this. So, and even in another interview, Q said, he was like, listen, I also take responsibility for this to a degree, because I chose to be in these types of situations. Like this is a part of this is the scene that I chose to be a part of. So I really think he's just telling his story. Like, why would he even put himself out here like this? It doesn't make him look good. And I mean, they broke up years ago. So unless he's some real bitter man with a vendetta against her, I just don't see what would be the purpose of him sharing this if there wasn't a possibility of it being true.
I listened to it again and I agree with Carrie. It sounds like he wasn't really accusing her, but sounds like he was kind of blaming Diddy a little bit and feeling like he went through a humiliation ritual. So it does seem like it got taken out of context to an extent. It does sound like he was telling his story. I had to listen to it one more time before I started jumping to conclusions. So I agree with Carrie. Was this included in the trial or he's just talking?
No, he's just talking.
Okay. It just sounds like he was telling his story and having flashbacks. But it sounded like he was at a Diddy party and he was a willing participant until he got embarrassed. So
Do y'all believe that she did it and that she intentionally tried to mess him up?
no, it sounded like they was just partying and he got embarrassed.
I think that she was oh, go ahead, Kim.
No, I was just gonna say I wouldn't say that he got embarrassed. I mean, if he was taken advantage of, he was taken advantage of. Like that's not something to be embarrassed about.
And I think that I obviously don't know the dynamics of their relationship, but like I don't know if y'all watched Making the Band. But they like show the dynamics of the guy group, the girl group, and it was very clear the level of influence Diddy had over everybody. So I totally don't believe, like I believe it's very possible that Dawn knew that there was something up. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe that she could have knowingly been used, but I don't think she was the, hey, I got an idea. Let
So
me
you
drug
saying
him.
that she's not 100% responsible on her own for what it is that she did to him?
That's not what I said. I didn't.
I'm
I'll
asking.
never say nobody's responsible for what they do. So if
100% responsible.
no, she's responsible for if she anything she knowingly did, she's responsible for doing. I'm saying I don't think that the idea of whatever this pill was, giving it to him, started at her. I could see more where it started at someone else like Diddy, and it was very easy to get her to do what he wanted to do to get it to Q. Because when you watch the Making the Band show, the stuff that he got them to do, they were doing like anything. Go walk across the bridge. Go do this. Go do that. Shut up. You can't eat. You can't, like, all of them were like, okay, Diddy, okay, Diddy. So again, I'm not taking accountability away from if she gave it to him or not. I'm just saying in terms of whose idea was, I don't think it started at her.
So the thing is, all these motherfuckers, they wanted some stardom. All of them wanted some stardom. So they were all complicit. They all wanted to do this shit. We can't act like we know Diddy was having them do all kind of wild shit. But at the end of the day, you can say fucking no. You can say, hey, void my contract. This shit too weird. I don't want to fucking be here. But because they wanted this stardom, they stuck it out. Whatever happened to you, it's low key your fault. Cause I'm any normal human being, they gonna see some weird shit and they gonna be like, this ain't for me. I'm not staying. I'm out. Y'all niggas is too strange. I don't want to do, it don't matter what you putting on the table. I don't want to have nothing to do with this. And they're going to leave. But because these motherfuckers wanted something that most people don't get access to, which is stardom, fame, bad boy records. Oh, you gonna start shucking and jiving and doing all kind of weird ass shit just because you want to be associated with it. They all complicit. They all wanted this. They all agreed to it. They all down for it. So whatever happens, it's your own fault. It's your own fault. I'm sorry. That's the harsh reality of this shit, man. Unfortunately, you weren't in the bad boy days where you just got killed for the money. You know what I'm saying? Where you just got hit up for the money. The money you didn't get paid. And this, it really kind of cost you some sanity. So it's so unfortunate that that's what it costs. But this is what you sought out. You know what I'm saying? It's so many stories where we hear like, hey man, this music industry is fucked up. You should probably only get to a certain level and then you should back off. You should probably back off because the shit is get weird. I heard that so many times from so many people. And they was like, this shit ain't for everybody. They're saying that for a reason. Because it's fucking evil. It ain't cool. Once you go down that, it's Pandora's box. Once that motherfucker is open, it ain't closing. So you susceptible to anything. And you accepted it. It's a wrap for you. So it don't matter who told anybody to do whatever. You could just easily say no. But they were never gonna say no because they wanted something.
Yeah, especially at that stage.
Yeah.
At that particular juncture, they were doing
Man,
whatever.
they was hungry.
So
And
I would agree.
They was hungry
I
for
would
the
agree.
wrong shit. And it was just and man, and I don't want to say this in a way where I'm being like I don't have any empathy, but at the same time, no, man, you gotta know that ain't what you want. That just ain't what you want, man.
I think if they knew exactly if they had the knowledge now, you know, if they had this knowledge then that they have now, I don't think that they would have kept pushing forward.
Yeah,
I
they
think
would.
it's easy to say, well, you knew that this was weird. Yeah, you know it's weird, but do you know the extent of the weirdness? Like, and everybody's, got a cutoff point. You're like, okay, well, I can do weird to level 3 or level 4, but I'm not willing to do level 5. I mean, once you're drugged and you're taken to level 5 and 6,
No. Go ahead. I'm my fault. I didn't
I
mean
was
to
just
cut
gonna
you
say
off.
he willingly took ecstasy to
What
have
he thought was
freakier
sex.
sex.
I
Yeah.
So, I mean, he said he wanted to get freakier.
with his
It sounds
girl.
like a self-inflicted wound. I mean, but if you know you're taking a drug that's gonna put you out your mind like that's a concoction of several different mixtures of drugs. And
Yeah.
he wanted to put it in his body. I'm sure he knew the effects of it. And it's like I think he's having regrets, but you have to hold yourself accountable as an adult for the fact you're at a freaky party. taking freaky party drugs. And then you're mad at the level of freaky it went, but you were okay with it. You're just embarrassed because it got recorded.
Yeah, I think I think it's also like they also interviewing these people, you know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna do more damage to Diddy. Ultimately, this is who they trying to take down. So it's people probably behind the scenes pushing for these interviews. It's not coincidental. You know what I'm saying?
I think that it helps Diddy.
How so?
Because it shows that it's hypocritical of the person that they had on the testimony trying to accuse him of doing stuff when she was doing it. And then she was also working with him, and she worked with him on his most recent album.
Yeah, but if you're
this indirectly helps Diddy.
They can just say that because she worked for him, he's still using his influence to influence these people into doing this type of stuff, which is exactly what he's being charged of.
No, what it does is it shows that everybody is participating on their own accord. Yeah. And these is all adults. And the same way that y'all just said that he responsible for participating in the industry because for whatever reason they wanted fame and money, you can't then say and absolve them of responsibility when we want to take Diddy down, but then give them responsibility when we say, well, it's their fault that they took it on their own. Like we got to pick one. You can't play both sides. Either they are complicit in that they knew what they was doing and he volunteered to do it, and she volunteered to do it, and they all volunteered to do it, or they all was just under some spell.
Yeah, I think it's somebody like pushing for all these interviews and shit.
He's been kind of tiptoeing around trying to say something for a while, though. I think that whatever it was just traumatized him so badly that he's just really not wanting to. He's not in a place where he's healed enough to just spew it all, but he's been kind of dropping little nuggets here and there for a minute.
You know, I don't rock with guys that be crying in public like that every time that they do an interview. Get off the internet, bro. That's attention seeking to me. So you go on an interview to cry, and every interview you go on, you get teary-eyed. If it was really that traumatizing and that deep, then you would go ahead and get that fixed, or you would spend more time focusing on solving for the issue behind the scenes than looking for attention publicly. I just don't go for it, bro. I'm tired of these people getting on the internet and crying.
Wait, so he crying every interview like that?
He always hit him with the, because I'm trying to gather myself because I don't want to cry. I don't want to hear that shit, bro.
Oh man, if he doing that multiple times, that's strange.
He said I take full accountability for what I allowed into my life because in the end I had a choice. But let me be candid. I genuinely believed I was taking something I tried before. It wasn't ecstasy. It turned out to be a horse tranquilizer given to me by my ex-girlfriend who claimed it was from her boss to give to me.
How does he know it was a horse tranquilizer?
Yeah, I need some documentation.
He said, I emerged from a deep paralyzing sleep. Okay, my body in shock, my mind spinning, confusion, the horror of realizing I've been drugged with something far more potent. I don't know.
How does he know? Did he go to the hospital?
He also claimed Richard never took the second pill, adding that the situation felt more like an experiment than a shared drug experience. I don't know how he knew.
I don't even go by what he just said.
He didn't take the second pill?
I don't want to hear no buts when somebody say I'm taking responsibility. You can't say I'm taking responsibility, but because that's like somebody going and saying, you know what? It's like going on a job interview and you say, hey, what was something that you made a mistake on? I take responsibility for caring too much. Like, I hate when people try to say that they taking responsibility, but at the same time, they want to make sure that they accuse somebody else. No, dog, either you was there or you wasn't. Yeah, man,
they're all complicit.
I'll take responsibility for going to rob that bank, but it's all because he kept telling me I need money. Nigga, either you robbed the bank or you didn't. I hate when men cry all the time. And it's not a life event. If it's not a life event, if it's not somebody dying, I hate overly sensitive men on interviews.
I think being raped as a man is a life event.
Is that what he said he got? He said he got raped?
That's
No,
what
he
I
didn't say
take
that.
from it.
He
That's what
said-
I've always taken from it because he seems
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear
distraught.
that.
I'm piecing it together from all the interviews I've ever seen of him. That's just kind of what
I don't
think
deal with men
happened,
that
like,
speak in code. I don't deal with men that speak cryptically.
Yeah, like if that's what happened, he need to come out and say that. Like it shouldn't be no holding back. What would stop you from saying that?
He just said he felt like he was trying to maybe sacrifice him or hurt him. Or take him out.
Yeah, see, that don't even sound like. I'm gonna be honest though. That don't even sound feasible. Cause why would you say that without no knowledge, no recollection of anything that took place? Why would you think it was that?
Something. He has to know something that he's just not speaking on.
Maybe his external sphincter felt different.
You said what?
Maybe his external sphincter felt different.
It's possible something has triggered him into thinking, okay, something is amiss here. Something went the way that I did not expect it to go.
Yeah, because I'm wondering if they've already done the whole ecstasy thing, even at Diddy's parties or whatever. Like, look, at this point, given the levels of partying that they've done, I wouldn't put anything past anything, which is why I'm kind of with what Anton is saying, like, or what Slimmy, both of y'all were saying, if you're going to be a part of all of this stuff, then you're rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that you can do wrongdoing and like, I get she got hit and I get that. But if you rolling, you kind of rolling with it. You know, like you can't be like, well, I'm okay with this part, but I'm not okay with that part. But I'm not like, y'all out there doing some wild stuff. So
yeah, I'm not going for it. Dog, you know if you roll up in a place that stuff seem a little bit weird, you know what the fuck is going on. Like, ain't nobody ever surprised. Ain't nobody surprised. I ain't never been somewhere and I'm like, you know what? That look a little weird, but let me keep going.
Yeah, no. If I get strange vibes, I leave.
Facts.
I get strange vibes, I leave.
People go
when I feel strange people, I'll be like, that nigga seem like he worshiped the devil, bro. Get that motherfucker from around me. Like, I ain't nobody confused. Niggas always acting like they didn't know what was going on. I woke up and my butt was hurting. No, nigga, you knew what was happening. And you probably was fully alert. And you probably laid there when you was conscious and was like, ooh, this
hey. What?
I'm so tired of people acting like they don't know what's going on. Yeah, man. I'm about to go to this Diddy party and everybody know what the fuck a Diddy party is. And I'm going to be at his house hanging with him and I'm going to record music with him after my butt feel a certain type of way. And I'm confused still.
Hey, you remember that Drink Champs? You remember that Drink Champs, man? Like that nigga Fab was not trying to party with Diddy. He was like, ain't
nobody confused.
Yeah, so yeah, this is a fact, man. Like everybody knew what the fuck was going on. Everybody on drugs. Everybody sleeping with everybody. Everybody sleeping with everybody.
Yes, they know what's going on.
No questions asked.
Circle jerks and everything.
Oh man.
You know, bro. You know. Listen.
So let me ask y'all a question. If you went to, because there were,
I have never been to a spot where dudes don't say, "Hey, man, where the hoes at?" Like that's almost universal term. No matter what city you in, no matter what space you in, it's always, "Hey, man, where the hoes at?" Even if it's not hoes, even if it's just women, where the hoes at? If it's too many guys, most of the time you be like, you know what, dog?
We going to the next spot.
Facts.
We going to the next spot.
If y'all go to a party and you go to the table with the fruit and the veggie platter and stuff, and it's a woman laying down with the fruit and the lettuce and stuff on her, are you leaving? Because that's one of the pictures that
I'm out.
That's one of the.
I'm out.
But that's where the hoes at. So
no, don't do that, Kim.
The hoes are on the table.
Don't do
That
that,
was
Kim.
one of his parties.
What? The hoes are laying down with the strawberries.
No.
Why you leaving now?
No. You don't know what that fruit is laced with.
Leave when there's a naked girl on the table. Why would you do that?
You don't know what that fruit has in it. You don't know what they infused in that fruit.
I'm looking like,
but you
does it look weird? What the fuck is this bitch doing?
Nah, man, I don't attend events like that.
It look weird.
Like,
it's weird. What, man?
No, that's
people take
Pandora's
body
box
shots all the time.
No, that's Pandora's box.
She was a part of the platter.
The first thing that I'm gonna think of if I walk into a place and I see a naked woman laying on the thing with fruit all over her and everybody around, I'm thinking this is a swingers event.
Yep, and I'm out. I don't got nothing to do
This
with
is a swingers event, and I don't share. I'm not a sharer. I'm gone.
No, not for me.
And you'll usually see some weirdo over there in the corner or some guy that looked like he'd been doing coke for the last 20 fucking years. You'll see something. It's something. It's a whole bunch of something in there around. You know what I'm saying? Before you ever enter, you got to probably say some fucking special password. I don't go to places where I got to say a special password. You know what I'm saying? Like it's there's a 30 red flags before you get to see the woman with the fruit on. They not just
you don't even know her hygiene.
Yeah, they not just letting everybody in with the woman with the fruit on. You gotta know somebody that knows somebody. You gotta have a special password. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gone.
Exactly, Maury. That's what I thought of. Eyes wide shut.
Slimmy, men eat much worse than some fruit without knowing hygiene.
I was surprised at how many people were around the table. Like, let me get a
man. Listen, I just found out. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Quinn. My bad.
I just feel like no one walks in a party and looks around and like niggas like you feel some obligation to stay for a little bit.
Nope.
You don't just turn around and walk out, nigga.
That's why
you
I
could
drive
tell
myself.
some people
I'll be
who
like,
are confused.
no.
I would tell you.
You may be confused for a
I was in
little
San
bit.
Juan.
Like, you gonna stay for a little bit.
No, I'm not, bro. Let me tell you. I was in San Juan and I had family and friends there, right? They all came separate, but they all, you know what I'm saying? They had an Airbnb. I had a hotel. I walked in and these motherfuckers was cooking and singing. And I said, I went upstairs and my cousin, my homegirl, she's knocked out because she had been drinking all day. I said, oh shit, y'all been partying all day. These motherfuckers are singing love songs because they got into it with their girlfriends and they trying to sing their chicks back, but they all drunk. They would never do this shit. I said, man, I'm out. Y'all just too drunk for me. I'm sober.
You see how you made it upstairs? Just how you made it upstairs?
No, because I went there to see his family members. These ain't regular people.
I'm just saying that's how it happens, though. You're like, well, I'm just.
But my point is that even in a basic situation where motherfuckers is too drunk, when I get there, I'm gone.
No, I'll tell you something.
I'm not. That some things are not fun to me.
Man,
it's not fun to me. I seen niggas walking around. I could tell niggas was drunk because he had a bottle of Henny and he had a wife beater on. I said, nah, this nigga too drunk, bro. He too drunk. I'm out. I don't want to be around. Something is gonna happen. They're gonna break something in the Airbnb. I don't know, bro. I'm out.
I sent the link to y'all to a couple of different pictures.
Anytime shit get too weird, I'm gone.
I think a lot of people get curious, not gone, and that's where the problems come in.
I agree with that. I think so.
That's because they want to be.
What's that about?
Right.
They want to be in the freak show. They want to be in there.
Anton, people want to be bad. You started off the show by asking if anybody got in trouble. People, they look at
but there's levels to the bad. Like, you got to be normal bad. You can't be abnormal bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a regular bad. Like, oh man, we party, we spent too much money, and you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe we got into some. If I see
abnormal bad is normal to somebody.
No, abnormal bad is abnormal bad. Abnormal is you know when it's abnormal. You don't even have to do it. You sense it. You sense it. You can look, dog. all your spidey senses is tingling when you see something that's abnormal bad. You know what I'm saying? Like you could just tell. I when I went to movement, I could tell. Oh, all of these motherfuckers is on drugs. Every last one of them.
Did you immediately turn around and walk out? No.
No, I didn't.
See, that's how it happened.
But here's the thing: this wasn't a private event. This was a public event. This is at Hart Plaza, a public event, 4 different stages, dancing. They have food trucks and all of that other type of stuff. And so, you see other people and stuff there. But I can see the people that's down there dancing. And when I see the black chick that's standing on top of the pole and she dancing and she looks like she about to fall off, that bitch on drugs. I can tell she on drugs. Now, am I going to the after party? Absolutely not. I'm going home. I'm going home, bro.
I'm going home.
Yeah, anytime I get those strange vibes, I bounce.
I'm going home.
And people ask me all the time. Y'all know, y'all done seen it. Y'all done been to the meetups and stuff. Yo, Time, you going to the after party? I'm like, I didn't plan that one. I didn't plan the after party. I don't even know what the fuck y'all talking about. Y'all, and every single time I hear a story, yeah, man, it got a little wild. Like, yeah.
No, it didn't get wild in Houston.
It got wild at some of these other places.
It didn't get wild in Houston at all.
I went to I remember I had went to a show. It wasn't my show, but I had went to a show, or it wasn't something that was just my personal event. I went to a show. And they were like, yeah, man, we going to the after spot. And the after spot was in like a dingy, like a sketchy area. I don't know about that. I look on Instagram, I go on a couple people's stories. Motherfuckers taking their shirts off and shit. I said, what the fuck is y'all doing? They was. I'm like, yeah, I knew I made the right decision. I always go with my instincts, bro. Every single time. Because I know that and then motherfuckers start having stories. Yeah, man, I don't know why they ain't tell me I had drunk too much. Nigga, you was in there drinking. You volunteered. Stop acting like somebody is you a victim. I believe that 95, 96, 97% of people that even claim that they're a victim is not really a victim. When I hear these women say, yeah, I thought I was going to an audition in his hotel room.
Oh, no, it's over.
What?
No, you can't do that.
What do you mean you thought you was going to an audition in his hotel room?
You can't do that.
What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you're not gonna fool me. You're not finessing me. I'm not stupid. Get the fuck out of here. I believe that most people are lying. Most people are lying. They knew what they was getting themselves into. That's what I believe.
So if you know what you're getting yourself into and it happens, and let's say it goes a little further than you thought it would, you're like, is it all on you?
Yep. 100%. Like, what do you mean? How much further did you think it was going? What was the limit that you had in your mind when you got up there? And did you express the limit before you came?
I don't know.
Or did you just think it? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's 100% on you. 100%. If you take a drug, I know that nowadays I wouldn't even experiment with some of the shit that they got going on. Most of this shit is laced with fentanyl. You don't know what's in it. I'm not taking some random after some. I don't even like drinking after other people.
Hell no.
Why would I take a random drug that's being passed around? I don't know nobody here. Whose party is this? Nah, I'm good.
I'm going to venture to say that he'd done that before. It was a regular occurrence. I'm still not absolving him of his responsibility at all. Because again, you're not going to be able to walk up to me and hand me anything and say, here's some drugs. And I'll be like, oh, okay, good idea. But for whatever reason, he thought it was a good idea. And I think it just went further than he thought it would. It went somewhere he hadn't anticipated.
His fault. Should have had a belt on.
A belt?
To tighten around his waist so that they couldn't get to his booty.
A chastity belt.
Yes.
Man out here with his lock and key.
100%. Should have been preventative. Should have been preventative. You should have never went to the making the band auditions.
Yeah, shouldn't have went to that. He shouldn't have went to that shit.
You shouldn't. And you know what's so funny? It was a guy that made it on the first season of Making the Band. He told him, he said, "Man, I'm not walking to go get no fucking cheesecake." They never even aired him. You know who I'm talking about, Carrie? It was a guy that said it. He said, "Man, I'm not doing it."
Yeah, I remember that. I'm not doing that.
And they didn't air that part on MTV, but he did the interviews and he said, "Man, I'm not doing that. I'm not walking to go get no cheesecake." He determined that he didn't want to be a part of the show because he's not going to be no sucker. He made the decision and they cut him out. He never became famous, but at the same time, he ain't like Fred and Chopper and them going on Art of Dialogue and on Vlad TV trying to tell a fucking story.
Wait a minute. How did he never get seen? They had to cut.
He was a part of like auditions and stuff. But then when he found out that, you know what I'm saying, he was making them go through like all of that other shit, he said, "I'm not doing it." I forgot who the guy was.
Dylon.
No, it wasn't Dylon. It was
Dylon was on there the whole time.
Yeah, it was a guy that like was actually really good, but he never made the cut because he wouldn't comply. I forgot what the guy's name is. If y'all find out who the guy's name is, tell me what the guy's name is. It wasn't Dylon though.
It's not Dylon at all. This is
Weren't they walking to get Beyonce cheesecake? Wasn't that for her?
They was just going to get Puff cheesecake.
No, that was for Diddy.
From Justin.
Oh, I thought that was for Beyonce.
Freddie P.
I remember when they made Sarah sign that contract. She ain't listened to her husband. She listened to them.
Wait, but no, Fred was on it the whole time.
No, I think no, Anton. I think I think Diddy gave him another chance.
Who?
I'm almost because I thought that somebody.
They said his name was Maurice from Baltimore.
I thought it was somebody who refused it, who was still able to stay on the show.
No,
it wasn't that.
No, they all walked.
This says Freddie.
No, Fred walked.
He walked.
All of them walked.
All of them walked. All of them.
What was the guy's name? He said Maurice.
He said somebody named Maurice.
I don't know. They said it was
crazy old Maurice.
But the point is that they walked and they all volunteered. They all did it. Sarah allegedly was over there getting.
Oh yeah, he said he wasn't gonna do it, and then Diddy chumped him, I think, and then he ended up walking anyway. Yeah, y'all right.
Sarah, she signed the contract. She wound up losing her fucking family. You know what I'm saying? And she was getting fucked on by Freddie P.
King Los. Definitely wasn't Los. That nigga ended up writing for Bad Boy.
So all I'm saying is everybody got choices. Everybody got choices. I don't believe that there are a lot of these people that are pretending to be victims. I don't believe that they victims. That's all I'm saying.
That's from Beauty and the Beast, hand over fist. Crazy old Maurice.
So I'm not going for it. I think that everybody that was at them Diddy parties, they signed up to go to the party.
Yeah, they definitely signed up.
So at what point do you become a victim?
What?
When somebody break in your house and beat you the hell up?
When you're accosted.
I think the victim thing has gotten very muddied. Like, I think, yeah. It's like if you go with how people want you to treat victims in today's day, you're bound to accuse somebody or penalize somebody for something they didn't do. And if you go to the other extreme, then there's gonna get victims who don't get the justice that they deserve. So I don't know.
Yeah,
but this whole thing where you can like press charges 10, 15, 20 years later and purely based off of your recollection and all of that, I think that is crazy.
So you think there should be a statute of limitations, like
with certain things? Yeah, like, and it sucks because if you were wrong, it comes across like, oh well, you know, you should have said something earlier, which some people just don't. But, you know, 15, 20 years later, you still get to just come and press these charges because you had a nightmare and you know, I don't know. That don't seem fair either.
I mean, I can't tell somebody how long it takes to heal and get to a place where they're willing to discuss these things in public, and that's the problem with it.
Right.
So
I
I
agree with you with
understand.
that. I totally agree with you with that because I know that really does happen, you know? Um, and then especially with this whole with once drugs is a component, it gets really muckier in my opinion because like in this situation, okay, I'll do ecstasy, but I won't do this. I'll do this drug, but I won't do that. I thought I was gonna have this. I thought I was gonna have cocaine, but you actually gave me fentanyl, or you know, like it just starts to get real. That's why that whole Bill Cosby thing, I was like, that's so whack. Like, yeah, I was with you. I came back. But you drugged me a little more than I thought you were. But I thought like, that just seems real unfair. So.
It's
I
unfair
don't
to a
know.
certain extent, but it's just like if I accept a glass of wine from you, I'm not accepting a glass of wine with whatever it is with the roofie that you slipped into it. You know what I mean? Like
But what if
that's not
last
what I
night?
thought
But
I
what
was
if last
taking.
night we had roofies? What if last night we knowingly had roofies together?
But I still don't think that you can just like randomly give somebody drugs and not say, "Oh, by the way, we're doing roofies again." Like you have to give people a choice.
See,
No. Your choice is to not be there. That's your choice. Your choice is to not fucking be there. That's your best choice. That's your best option. Because I'm gonna say that once Pandora's box is open, it's all fair game. Because you know that they're only doing, you know they into some wild shit. There is no, oh, this is too much. There is no, oh, we gotta limit where we gotta go. No, it's all fair game. They don't give a fuck because they're trying to have sex. And it doesn't matter who they're trying to have sex with. They want to use drugs to have the sex. You are susceptible to being drugged in some shit that you don't necessarily want. But because you accepted it and you took it, you got to live with the consequences of that. You could easily just be like, hey, I ain't never seen this pill before. What's this? Oh, no, I'm cool. But they don't give a fuck because they want to have sex and be drugged up too. So you can't say like, oh, yeah, well, they should be able to know. Nah, they always tell you, don't do drugs. They literally just tell you this shit for a reason. Because you don't know what you're getting. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. Technically, you really don't know how your body is going to react to these chemicals for real. You don't know. You don't. So anything beyond shit, fucking cigarettes, you really risking it all. Because people
A
lace
cigarette,
marijuana. You say what?
a cigarette is risking it. If you can put stuff in weed, why can't you put it in a cigarette?
No, you can. You could dip cigarettes. Yeah, you
Yeah, I'm
could
about
dip
to say, yeah,
cigarettes.
yep.
People
Back in
dip
the
cigarettes. That was the first way they used to
that they
start
started to
really
get
taking it over the
dusted
top. Is
up.
they used to dip cigarettes in formaldehyde, and that's wet. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's the first way people was getting over the top. That was then you got all
And
this
people
other stuff
knew
now.
like, okay, if I don't smoke cigarettes, but people knew like, all right, so if I smoke cigarettes, I already know that Derek he be smoking that wet. So I don't take anything from Derek because you don't know what you're gonna get from him. If you choose to take a cigarette from Derek, it might be dipped, it might not.
You can't keep using my name.
That's
Yeah,
your
like
name?
and
Oh, I'm sorry, Slim. No, I didn't.
I'm like, and you
Oh
do it like
shoot,
this. I'm
I
like, yo,
didn't
what's
know.
up?
No, I'm sorry. I'm so don't take that out. I
Now
just
I
used a
never want to
random
say Slimmy
name.
ever again.
Oh God, I'm
No,
so
don't do that.
sorry.
Hey,
Jonathan.
we can't do
Jonathan.
that.
It's Jonathan.
You can't break the rules, Kim.
My bad, my bad.
That's not how you spell it, Rock. That's not how you spell it. But yeah, no, for real though. Like once that door is open, it's open, and you open. Hopefully.
And then, I'm sorry. No, and then if you're in an environment and you're sober or sober-ish, and you see that the environment, everybody is under the influence, and you decide to go along and become under the influence with everybody else, that's on you. You can't blame somebody that's already high as a kite or drunk for offering you something, because first off, they're not even in their right mind. So it is ultimately your choice, especially when you're in environments like that or in the entertainment industry. It's the underworld, and it
Yeah.
drugs, sex, and rock and roll. It literally comes with the territory.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's I don't feel like anybody was doing anything against their will. They just mad that them tapes is coming out.
Yep.
All right, let me read some of the super chats. Yo, D, you want to read the super chats or no?
I'm sorry, I did not even know.
We wildin' now. We wildin' now.
Carrie is always the one.
I did
Always
not
the one.
even know. I'm so sorry.
Over time, Carrie will tell all of us stuff, so it don't even matter. Except for me, because I already used my government name. So T Sam says no, he was fondled with. Trey 5 says Anton, throw the whole culture away. I say throw the whole bad boy experience away, from Biggie's death to freak offs, all bad, no pun intended. Yeah. Tell G says put a hat on Molly, her and Carrie gonna look the same. GBG Grizzly says women got every loophole possible. There need to be lawyers like they are nurses, run the industry. Anton, can you get me a J Black woman on retainer? Shout out to you. Tell G says Diddy gonna be the villain of the next Fast and Furious movies. I think Diddy gonna beat the charges. TRT says believe all men. Facts. High Tolerance says Q is still shook. 15 years after the fact, he tooted that ass in the air and Dawn pegged him for a cheap thrill. Dawn Richards needs to be charged with the RICO. Carrie, just admit that you don't want to hold Dawn Richard accountable. Just say that she had dementia. You are proving my point that women can't be held accountable. Cornelius Jackson says you are not special because life was hard and you wanted to make it big. That is not a defense. Miss Freckle says, as your after-school teacher, shout out to Room 9 in the building, I need to know who is volunteering to be class representative of the Dare Club. Volunteers, anyone? AWOL says the music industry is just like what happened to the lawyer in The Devil's Advocate, a must-see. Yeah, that's a really good example. Word Custom says, we smoking weed and I secretly lace it. You don't know. Is it your fault that you taking it? No, unknowingly. We don't always make good judgment when we trust folks. JY says, for the love of money and fame, some have pierced themselves in their booties with many sorrows. High Tolerance says, dude not telling it all, giving us the PG version, leaving out him getting teabagged by the Punisher. We can always guarantee one of these super chats is going to get Quentin to laugh. All right, Quentin, I'm coming to you on this next question first. All right. I'm going to share my screen, but the question is, how long should you date somebody before they're willing to go back to your place? All right. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let me share my screen. This is what happened at lunch, dinner, whatever.
No. No, why would I come to your place? This is our first day.
We're gonna like watch a movie or something. You got Netflix?
Yes, I have Netflix, but like, no, I'm not coming over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's literally the thing. Like, we just expect you to just fucking pay. We'll come back to my place. We're just gonna watch a movie and now
I'm not comfortable watching a movie with you. It's our first date.
What the fuck?
I don't.
Bro, you've been talking for hella long. You've been texting.
But like, I don't do that. Off the first date? You want me to cash app you?
Yeah.
For this little $15 meal?
It was more than 15.
It was $15 for my food.
So you're not gonna cash app me? All right, bro.
I guess I will. What?
What?
Chilling, bro. I'm blocking the fuck out of you.
So apparently he blocked her because she didn't want to go back to his place after he paid for their meal. I know Molly gonna have a lot to say about this, but I want to go to Q Diddy first. Q Diddy, what do you think about the situation, and how long should you talk to a person before the expectation that they'll invite you over to their place or they can come to your place, whatever?
There's a lot of things wrong with this interaction. He said that they've been talking for a while. I figure if that's to be the case, he probably should have knew the answer to his question, type of thing. And how long you should wait? Vibe contingent. I don't know. I don't think that's a thing. I ain't never heard no girl say no. I ain't coming back. Yeah. I had a girl try to run it back. It was kind of weird. We hung out back in the day, and she came over the other night at 1:30 in the morning talking about, no, I know I did it before, but this time I want to make sure you're intentional. I said, nope, get out. When I say get out, I'll start yawning and shit. But yep, it just depends. It's girl to girl type of stuff. Just kind of fill it out. But most girls is going. They ain't nobody saying no. If she like you, she ain't saying no. She ain't making you wait. She ain't doing all. She don't like you, nigga. She wanted some dinner. That was about it. That nigga had glasses and a teal phone case. So that nigga gay off rip. So
Molly, thoughts, and then anybody can say whatever they want to say after that. You all right over there, Kim?
Shout out to Molly.
Thanks, you said it, so I don't have to. No, I don't necessarily think he was gay. I think he was pushy, and he thought taking her to fish and chicken spot was gonna get him some booty. But I think she was silly for recording the situation. I really don't like that. I feel like just handle that in private, and it made her look goofy. But I feel like if women don't know by now, the men are taking y'all out and whining and dining y'all and doing this, this, and that, so they can sleep with y'all. Probably don't go on the date. So I don't, but or set the expectation very early. I don't know. Maybe just after like a few months of consistent dating, then maybe, and you know that he's not a weirdo. Probably go to his house, maybe. I don't really want to push women to go to men's house that they aren't like with, though. I don't believe
All right.
that.
That's what's up. Anybody else?
Fellas, don't act like this. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy, man. Don't ever ask. Just don't. He was basically begging her. Begging, like, oh, you don't have Netflix? Man, get the fuck out of here. Hey, you kicking it with me? We still kicking it, or what's up? If not, I could go talk to somebody else. Don't ever fucking beg, man. Like, that shit look crazy. That shit look crazy, man. Then he on camera. He don't know. She corny for recording it, but it's just like, man, hell no, man. Like, once if I get estranged, like if I feel like you ain't all into this, I'm out anyway. So I don't even want to. I'm not gonna ever ask like, "Oh, do you got this? Are we gonna do that?" No, I don't care. Fuck it. Like, nah, you ain't feeling me? Cool. We ain't gotta kick it no more. It's that simple, man. Like, I don't know why dudes be so pressed. Like, it's a million women out here. It's one for you.
Right.
It's one for you. What the fuck is you worried about her like that for, man? Like,
Agreed.
just move on to the next one. She don't like you, cool, man. Y'all can't keep putting all your eggs in one fucking basket, and that's why y'all be so butthurt when you get this low key rejection. That's all it was. It was a low key rejection. It wasn't even that big of a deal. But now you looking on camera, and now because you was begging on camera, regardless of her being corny, more women aren't gonna want to talk to you. Never fucking crash out in public. Actually, don't even crash out behind the scenes. All you got to do was, all right, bet. Call somebody else up, man.
He doesn't call someone else up. It's just like, for y'all to be talking that long, how did you, what made you think that you was going back to your house? Like, what'd she tell you? Did y'all talk sex talk or something? Like, there had to be some nasty freaky deaky that she had to said to make you think she was coming back to your house type of thing.
He didn't think that. He thought them refried beans and that margarita was gonna get him somewhere, but
Yes.
I mean, he knew better.
Yeah,
I think he watched a couple of videos on YouTube.
Me too, Carrie. I didn't want to
To
say
me,
it.
I
this
knew
is
you
a
was gonna say
clear
that shit, Gary.
example of guys
Red
listening
pill.
to the red pill, and taking what they heard out of context and putting it into their
What did
world
he
and
hear? Take him.
situation, and taking a girl to the Mexican tequila tiki place and being like, "What? You ain't coming to my house after this? The rule is that I feed you and you come and I get to lay it down." Like, I think that he embarrassed himself.
He knew she wasn't coming back to the crib when she said, "I'll meet you there."
I think he probably should have took his $15 and paid his own Netflix subscription, and he'd have been better off. Like,
Women will tell you when they're ready, and they don't have to overtly say it. Like, they're not gonna be literal. I think that a lot of times guys miss the nuance. They miss the signs. They don't read the room. They'll tell you when they're ready, and you don't want them a minute before. The worst thing that you can possibly do. Listen to what I'm saying. The worst thing that you can possibly do is trick her into some pussy, or guilt her into some pussy.
Yeah, because you're gonna get me too when she start feeling bad about the shit. She's like, "Psych, I didn't really want to do that shit, nigga. I'm telling the police."
Yeah.
The worst thing you could do is to have her on the fence about giving up some pussy, bro. It's not that deep, dog. It's not that, and and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It's a lot of other things to do. Nigga, you can cut the PlayStation on, nigga. You can go watch the game. You can go kick it with another chick. You can just be you. And guys got to stop caring so much, bro. Stop caring so much. Just go have fun, bro. And I thought it was a little bit of a weird. This nigga said, "You gonna cash at me?" I'm not.
No, man. Don't do that.
Bro. I'm not asking for $15. I'm good.
Don't do that.
That man needs to pay his Netflix subscription. He want to watch.
I think it was more of like, I'm proving a point, nigga. If pussy ain't paying for your meal type of shit.
Hold on. Wait.
He seemed like he would take it from a woman though, because he's that pressed.
Absolutely.
He's that pressed. He blocked her. He wouldn't pay $15 for her meal.
No, but the problem, O'Malley, is that he told her, "I'm about to block you." Like, dog, you ain't even got to do all of that. You know,
he was
deep. That's like a nigga announcing that he about to lead a chat. I don't like what you're saying.
Yeah.
So leave. Like, dog, all you had to do was just leave. Nobody would have knew.
Molly, I think this is a perfect time to insert he is resting in his femininity. This is exactly where it belongs.
I think that this is a good learning lesson for him. I think that it's good for him.
I think blocking is a feminine thing. Like, yeah, nigga, that's weird.
I think that this is a great experience for him, and that hopefully he learned from it. And he'll do better. He'll adjust. Most guys adjust after they go through some shit.
He gonna make women hating content. These women ain't ish.
They
just use men for their money and food.
No, don't.
He the next one to be an incel and.
Come on, Molly.
I agree with my boo Molly. I would agree with my boo Molly on this one.
No,
like, run it back. He had the till phone case.
He was too bitter. He was too
Can we look
bitter.
at the phone case? I want to see the phone case, Anton. Run it back.
I want to look back up.
Yeah, that nigga had a till phone case.
I think so.
I'm trying to think, how was she holding?
Look at that shit, nigga. What?
Hey, that motherfucker big as fuck.
No, the phone. Listen, but the phone is a normal size phone. He just got really small hands, dog.
No, the phone case is teal though, nigga. What is that?
Hey, y'all not gonna diss him. Y'all can't diss him over a phone case, yo.
No, okay, can we diss him on his bracelet then?
Yeah, his bracelets is wild. He got the Umar Johnson bracelets. It's a learning experience. I guarantee you it's just a learning experience. He'll figure it out. Or hopefully he'll figure it out.
He need to go back and watch part 2, 3, and 4 of the YouTube series that he was watching. He need to get all the information.
No, he don't need to watch that shit no more. He don't need to watch that shit no more.
A lot of times guys are listening to guys that with talking points and not necessarily giving them real insight on how, you know what I'm saying? Like, man,
he needs some OGs.
No, you know what he need to do? He needs to not take it personal. Like the fact that he took it personal is like, I'm fucking blocking you. Like that is gonna make it a problem.
He took it personal because he only talking to just her.
Well, he took it personal because that's true. I agree with you 100%, Slimmy, but I think that he also took it personal. He can't, he gotta take his L. If he took his L like a G and didn't get out of pocket, because you never supposed to, he lost frame.
Yeah.
He lost frame 100%.
Yeah.
And I think she would have respected him more if he shot his shot and then she was like, no, I don't do that. And he was like, yeah, that's cool. I ain't tripping about that. You know what that is? This is our first date, so I ain't even really tripping about it. Even if he never hit her up again and he never was even tripping about her, never lose frame. Just stay in frame. But when you start getting angry about the shit, then you start holding resentment towards people, and then you set yourself up to lose because you carry that same sentiment into the next shit that you get into, and women can see that. They can see it all over you.
I don't think I've ever asked a chick to come over in person. I don't think that's ever happened.
Usually a girl she'll kind of like hint around that she not interested in going back home. You know what I'm saying? Like they make it known when they want to come through.
Yeah, what we doing after this?
Like where we going next?
Yeah, what we doing after this?
I met a back in the day. I met a coworker. I've never hung out with this woman outside of work, and she was drunk, and I was just being a gentleman. I was gonna drive her home, and she said, "Take me to your house and me."
But see, I'm
Were
leery.
you obedient?
Hell yeah,
I'm leery of a chick. But see that I'm leery of chicks that get overly drunk, but don't get overly drunk while she there. Like if she get overly drunk before she get there, I get a little leery of them type of chicks, bro.
Yep. Me too. Me too, chicks. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Y'all got me scared to have regular sex now with this Me Too shit.
I mean, but if you get to the crib and y'all start pouring up and it's just on some chill type shit, then that's different. But I agree with what you first said though, Quentin, when you said it's all vibe. I forgot what you said. Vibe dependent or something.
Vibe contingent.
Vibe contingent. I agree. I think you hit the nail on the head that a lot of people just don't know how to read the room. And
let's just hope that he's new in his journey into dating and all things woman related, because I mean, hopefully one day he'll learn that he doesn't have to present it as an option. It'll be presented to him if it's time to go back to the house. But I'm like Carrie, that man saw a video and said, I spent my money, pay up.
Yeah.
He probably told his boys about it and everything. He was very let down.
Yeah, he probably painted the picture the way he wanted it to go too.
Yeah, it makes me sad for him.
No, I think that every guy got to learn. They got to go through it. I don't know a guy that didn't have to learn in some way. Like
you got to take an L.
Yeah, everybody got either you got rejected or you realized that you was dealing with a chick that you wasn't supposed to be with. That's really what it is. Every single person has gotten rejected in some way, shape, or form, and it depends on how you take your L, bro.
I think the worst L I probably took from a girl, like she did it to me once, and then like she wouldn't let me hit it again. Like that was rude.
Yeah, I don't think he's even at that stage yet.
Why? You won.
No, that's rude.
You won.
Well, I wanted to get and you didn't give it to me. That's rude.
You wanted it again?
Mm-hmm.
You asked and she said no, or how do you know you couldn't get it again?
You might have had a rough night that night.
Mm-hmm.
No blue chews available.
Might have just been a rough night that night.
It was that type of night. No blue chews available type of night.
I had a girl that told me to get a blue chew. She was being rude.
Oh yeah, that's wild. That's grimy.
Well, given her actions, I wasn't really turned on because she was not being okay, and I couldn't get my penis hard because I wasn't horny.
When we gonna have that
She's
conversation?
ugly?
No. When we gonna have that conversation? That's a valid point though, Quentin, that a lot of us don't really talk about because we try to make it seem like it's something wrong with the guy. Sometimes a guy is just not turned on by the chick that he with, and we never ever had that conversation, bro. We never talk about it from that lens. Ain't nothing wrong with him. It's just he just ain't feeling you. And we just ain't get it. We just don't see it.
It was the chick that was texting while I was doing the stuff, and I was like, "My dick ain't even hard. You texting while I'm eating your vagina? What you mean?" Nope.
Wait, what?
Oh shit.
No, I'm just saying, like, a lot of times a chick is not as enticing as you anticipated that she was gonna be.
Wait. She was texting somebody else while you was eating her out?
Yeah,
I'm trying to save him.
No, that's fine. We already talked about. I was doing my thing, and I like looked up, and there was like a light right here.
Hey, you should have just bounced, bro.
Wanted to double back. I tried to skip over this.
I was in another city. I couldn't just bounce.
Oh, damn, man.
Maybe she was responding to her kid or something. Maybe she was texting her
kid. No, she corny for that.
She was soliciting some help, I guess. I don't know.
I wouldn't give a fuck, bro. Why do you? I wouldn't care. I would just be like, hey, whatever. I hit though.
But I didn't because I couldn't get my dick hard because she was being rude.
That's a little different. All right, you didn't win then. I feel you.
Well, I won the next day after I had to clear my conscience, but that was
No, I don't think. Again, we never talk about. Sometimes it's not the guy. Sometimes it's the girl.
It's the girl. Yeah, you ain't all that. Yup.
Why are you in that position with her then?
Because you thought
you didn't know you was in that position.
Yeah, sometimes you don't know until you're actually there, and then you just like,
that's
this shit don't. This ain't it.
Yep, that's a fact.
I'm saying, like, at what point is it like, like, is she now naked? Like, how did you get that far? And
it could be. She could be naked.
Like it could be
naked.
It ain't
she could be naked and you get a whiff.
Yeah,
and you get a whiff.
She could just be naked and you just ain't feeling her, bro. Or you might have some other shit on your mind or whatever, bro. Like it could be a lot of stuff. It don't have nothing. Sometimes it don't have nothing to do with the guy, and he be trying to mentally put himself in the right space or some shit. And that shit just don't work.
But you didn't know that before.
Like nothing leading up to this occurrence led me to believe she was going to act like this right now.
Can I speak?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead, Kim.
She has some red flag behavior from the beginning, but carry on. He said nothing led him to believe that she would act like that in that moment. And I'm saying that she had red flag behavior before he got to that point.
Like, you saying, it was something to see?
I think every single guy at some point was like, yo, I'm just not feeling it.
Yep. I had that experience when I was going to bang a fat girl for the first time, and I was like, I can't do it. Like when it came time I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But what was the change between, like, there has to be a conversation, like, okay, you should come over or whatever. and then you get to the place where you're just like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. What happened in this?
Well, you have this with the fat girl. I had this like all I thought it was her boobs, but then when I saw the other stuff that came along with it, couldn't fuck with it.
You got to have a standard script, like you got to have a standard script to get you the fuck up out of there. Like it's got to be something like,
hold on, my homie needed he need his tire changed. I gotta go help him with that shit.
yeah, that's a wild one right there, though, Slimmy.
That might not work.
No, that's a wild one. That's a wild one.
That might not work.
It's got to be something relative to whatever it is that you got going on. Oh shit! I forgot to drop this video.
Well, I'm a nice guy.
It's got to be something relevant.
So I roll with it, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or make them feel awkward.
Why can't you just be
no,
honest?
that's why you use this
honest hurts people.
Plan.
There's reasons to lie in life.
But why can't you just say like, I'm not like, I don't know, I'm not really feeling this. Like
that's rude as hell.
That's not
rude. No, it ain't.
There's many different reasons why you might not be feeling the situation.
No, like, nigga, you can use other words. Say something else. Say something else. And say it a different way.
You don't have to be mean, but you can still be like, you don't have to be like, I'm going to ride my bike.
You got to provide an explanation. I got a lot on my mind. I'm stressed the fuck out. It's got to be something like, or if you're real smart and you know you're really not feeling her, but you still might try it, you gotta pregame that shit. Like you gotta like kind of like lead with it. I'll give you an example. Let's say, for example, you don't want a chick to stay over, right? Then you're gonna already kind of prep it like, damn, I gotta go to sleep, I got shit to do, or
I gotta wake up, I gotta go to work at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I gotta be done, I gotta be gone or some shit, or man, I really gotta go into this situation, or I gotta get over to the circumstance. So that way, you know what I'm saying? If it do just so happen to happen, she still knows she got to go, but she, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like you trying to make her feel bad because you don't really want her to stay. But the flip side is
being honest because you want to keep the possibility for some other time to happen. You want this to happen again. That's why you're not being honest, right? Because otherwise, why not just say, I thought this was going to work. It's not.
Yeah, you can.
Well, or if you don't want her to spend the night and you tell her like that's how you rock. Like I don't let girls stay the night in my house like that. I bet you she'll actually start trying to get you to the point of like, I gotta figure out how to get him to let me stay at his house. Like I knew a girl who was like that at school.
Here's the problem. The problem is when it's over, because that's the part that you got to preempt for. So like when you land there and it's like, so what you about to do? You know what I'm saying? Like the problem is the initiation of the conversation.
So what you about to do?
The problem is the initiation of the conversation when she act like she forgot that she wasn't supposed to still be staying over. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what you got up? You know what I'm saying?
That's the awkward moment.
You say, "Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. I hope you're safe on your drive back home."
You to the door,
right?
No,
let me know when you make it home.
I went to college with a girl, and the guy she was dating, he was like that. Like he told her, "I don't let girls stay over my house." She was trying to be able to bring her toothbrush over. Like he would not have it. And I did ask her that. Like, is it after midnight you got to leave? Is it like 3 o'clock in the morning? Yeah. And she said that he just kind of, I guess, whenever their night is over, like whether they watched the movie or they ate or they did whatever, it's like, all right, let's wrap this up.
A lot of time, but y'all also, because y'all not guys, y'all don't understand. Somebody said it in the chat. They said post-nut clarity. And you get this, you honestly, and I've always equated it to taking a limitless pill. You get so clear. Like everything becomes clear. And it's like, sometimes it's like, fuck, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah, sometimes I wish I didn't do it. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, yeah, y'all saying that as if it's a girl you are no longer interested in? Like
it don't necessarily have to. It don't necessarily have to be that. It's just like
no, it can be that.
Just like it could be that too, but it's just like sometimes you just be like, damn, why did I just mess with you?
Or it could be like, shit, I'm such a fucking scumbag. What the fuck is going on?
Well, the question is,
because I'm totally
you
not
don't want to do
interested in
this
this chick.
again.
What
So if
the
you don't
fuck
want to do
was
it
I
again,
doing?
you're not
Why did I
interested.
do?
Why not just be
Then
honest?
you deserve that awkwardness. You deserve
No,
it.
no. It could be on some real scumbag shit. Like, what the fuck?
I can't tell you the last time that I felt that I shouldn't have done it. I always should have done it.
No,
nigga.
What y'all like? I ain't never thought I shouldn't have done it. Like I might be like, nigga, peace out and then get the fuck out now. But I ain't never been like I should have not never done it.
Nah, I don't believe that.
no, I was a few times I was just like,
no.
Nah,
Even
this
the
wasn't
fat
it.
girl, I was confused on her performance. I said, "Is this what it's like over here?" Shit.
I'm still trying to figure out if this is not something that you're interested in doing again. Why not just be honest and be like, yeah, okay, so
you do.
Well, no, but at the same time, you don't know if you're not interested in doing it again until, you know what I'm saying? Like, the possibility always still got to be there.
That's what I'm saying. So you're just leaving this open for the possibilities, and that's why you're not being honest.
No, we are being honest. Listen, we got two different types of honest, Kim. That's the thing. Like, it's two different honest.
That's some
Women-
nigga shit to
women
say.
a lot of
There's
times-
two different
no,
types of honest.
It is two different types of
The
honest.
kind where we're lying and the kind where we're not.
No. Women see things as literal. Men see things as situational. So right now, I am feeling some type of way, but tomorrow I may be thinking differently. So it's not that I'm not being honest; is that I'm understanding that this is a situational type of, you know what I'm saying, type of thing. I honestly liked you before I nutted.
Wow.
And I might like you again tomorrow, so I'm not going to tell you that I don't like you anymore.
No, it's just that I want to be by myself right now. I still like you, but I don't like you the way that I liked you. But if I said that shit to you, then you're gonna be like, what a fucking scumbag. You know what I'm saying? Why would he tell me that he don't like me right after he
Why would you care?
You can't do
Because
that.
women can't handle the truth.
There's nicer ways to let
handle the
to,
truth.
like,
Sounds
not-
like you can't handle your own
No,
truth if you do
no,
all of that.
What do you mean? What do you mean I can't handle my own truth?
There's
I'm clear.
There's nicer ways to tell a woman that
She
like
might
this
feel
ain't
the same
happening no
way.
more.
She might be like, it wasn't hitting for me either, so we good.
No.
Oh, but it might have been hitting. It's just that it's time to go home. Have y'all ever seen what was the name of that shit? Where they was on a plane.
Have you ever seen or seen?
No. It was a movie where the chicks was on a plane and like one of the girls was poor, or they was doing it for a wedding. Bridesmaids, is that the name of the fucking
Yeah.
movie?
Well, the girl's
Bridesmaids.
front and she's like saying she's poor. Yeah.
And the guy that was the rich guy that would bust her down, and she always would want to stay over. And she knew what he was gonna do, but she always wanted to stay over every single time that he, you know what I'm saying, that he bust her down. And then he would, you know what I'm saying, he would always have to hint around the shit. It's kind of like that situation then sometimes. Y'all will never
Yeah, but in
understand.
that situation, wasn't he using her though? Like
No, I
knowingly,
mean,
like he
she was
knew
able to
what
call
it.
him.
But I'm just saying, like he knew what it was though. Like in your example, it seems like you're saying, I'm still trying to sort this out.
I mean, we all still trying to sort stuff out for our whole lives, right? Are we not?
Oh, that's a manipulation right there.
No, it's not. We're
That's
always
a manipulation tactic, boy.
No.
But Slimmy, you're talking about somebody who has two truths. What do you mean?
We're
Yeah,
always we always sorting things out. That's the honest to God truth. How are we not? How are we not?
Man, that was crazy.
How are we not? How are we not?
Good that you're married and off the market. and not out here in these streets. Just sit your butt down and watch a movie. It's so good. You know how many videos we would be seeing based off of you?
Hey, what nobody be
Women
doing those
crashing
videos
out.
with me? What nobody
He
do no
told
videos?
me that.
He got his NDA.
What nobody do no videos. Honestly, like are we not always trying to figure out life?
We should.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm understanding of you because your situation may change on a day-to-day basis. What you going through and how you able to receive me is going to be different than what you are and how you able to receive me tomorrow or a month from now. I'm understanding of you, and this is why I'm trying to make sure that you are taken care of, that you get home safely. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to have the wrong impression, and so I'm definitely taking you into consideration. I'm really doing this for you.
This is a master class.
No. Honest to God, Slimmy.
In manipulation.
Seriously.
This is the ultimate flip.
Like,
No.
And you
Seriously.
will look a girl in her eyes, dead on, and
Man,
say
she
that.
gonna be,
and she'll
she
be
gonna
like,
be
Dead on to say
toast.
what?
She gonna be toast.
And she gonna go home and tell her homegirls about it and be like, no, girl, he really cared about me. They're gonna be like, no, girl, he sent you home.
No, because you know what? No, this honestly, this on the real, I really didn't even want you to be in this situation. I didn't anticipate for us to be together tonight. Slimmy, don't do that. Seriously. I didn't anticipate for
I'm laughing for a reason. I can't say though.
Anticipate for us to be here tonight. And I really wanted you to get home safely at a reasonable time, but I just couldn't help myself because I really was feeling you and I just couldn't resist you. I mean, it's something about you that I just can't resist. But the reality is that I already felt like I disrespected you because I kept you too long.
Oh God.
I really do. I really do.
Way. Oh man.
That's the honest to God truth.
Oh.
I really feel like I disrespected you. And I don't ever want to do that again. But I don't know what I'm capable of around you because for whatever reason, I just dropped my guard. I'm not the same when I'm with you than when I'm not without you.
Oh God.
I'm not the same. I'm not the same person. I'm a different Anton. Who you see online and what you see in person is completely different when I'm vulnerable. And I ain't never been this vulnerable with nobody. And so honestly, I want to protect you.
That's pouring it on heavy.
I got you.
I feel uncomfortable.
What you mean you feel uncomfortable?
Man, that is pouring it on heavy.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna need her to have more game than that. No game when she see it coming.
Nah, you ain't gonna be able to see that coming, man.
Oh,
you ain't gonna be able to see that coming. Like not after getting bust down crazy. You ain't gonna be it. It's just gonna be accepted. It's gonna be like, oh, okay, you right.
I mean, I guess you should accept that if that's what $15 gets you. I mean, go for it.
15.
I don't
about a dollar amount.
I don't even lie no more about it. Like I just go somewhere else.
No, just
like
tell
that,
her.
Like that girl that came over tonight. She was telling me she want romance and stuff. I was like, nigga, that ain't me. We might as well call it.
No, you can't do that. You got to tell her that you miss her before she even gone, bro.
No, nigga, I ain't lying about shit no more.
That's not lying. I truly do. Because I hate the fact that we got to separate. Because for the moment, I thought you was mine. This honest to God,
you and your dang on poetry. Go no.
I can't do this, man. This is insane.
Well, he did say for the moment.
And then she gonna say, "What do you mean for the moment?" Because you never said that you was mine.
That's diabolical.
Because you never said that you was mine, and I don't want to force you to do something that you don't want to do.
She gonna leave thinking she in a whole relationship with you, confused but sure. She gonna be all jacked up.
She need to be confused if she going for that.
What you mean if she going for that?
She needs to learn too. Just like oh boy, he needs to learn. She needs to take some trips around the block and learn something.
So wait a minute, Kim. Why you? I'm not lying though. That's the key.
Okay, I know how to manipulate the truth too. We can all have two truths.
It's not two truths. I honestly, I feel like I need you.
What would your truth be to stay, Carrie? Kim. I'm sorry.
To stay?
Yeah, to stay.
Why would I want to? First of all, I wouldn't have been there. But
That's not right. Oh, wait. That's disrespectful.
I'm just saying, like, if we're talking about the situation that we all started up on with this, he done took her to eat some Mexican, knowing her stomach gonna be
Oh,
tore
that
up anyway.
situation. I ain't in that.
I'm just saying, like, I told y'all before, I'm a relationship girl. I'm not gonna just randomly be somewhere in the first place. So, and then even if I was, why would I be trying to talk my way into staying?
Why? But what if I love you in real time? Why should we fight what we really feel and we don't even know what's gonna happen tomorrow?
Oh God.
What?
That's not how love works.
Because you never felt it before.
But that's the way love goes.
No. I'm not talking about love. I'm talking about this love. It's a different type of love. Honest to God.
Two different kinds of
love. What
love.
is going on? Why do you keep shaking your head?
That agape
because
love.
I really think that you would do this.
That's funny.
Let that man operate in his other truth.
Feel like you my wife already.
Yeah, I don't have game, so I'll just keep it 100.
It's not game. It's how I really feel. That's the thing that guys don't understand.
Who said the other day we need to tell
This is how I really feel.
You should believe your truths.
It is the truth.
The truth.
All of them.
Hey.
And then you put her head on your shoulder.
Lay your head on my
hug her.
pillow.
Hug her for a little bit, and then you keep her head there.
Just relax.
Is that your lips? And she gonna say, she gonna keep kissing, and then you just slowly push her head down.
I'm done with y'all.
I love, and then here's the key. Let me tell you the line that get.
I told y'all the other night that whole quiet Anton. I'm just gonna sit. It ain't.
No. Listen, and this is the one that really get it.
It's bubbling over from the weekend
because he is
get
going.
it all out.
This is the one that really get it. This is the really want to get it. I love the way you love on me. I love the way you love me.
That shit just sound gay.
It doesn't. It really don't. It doesn't work.
Probably like that shit is gay as fuck.
because you
I like
literally
what you do for me.
Yes, because it's really happening in the moment. It's happening in the moment. And then once you kiss the tip, you gotta tell her, I need this shit. I need that shit. I need that shit so bad.
What is going
now
on?
Right back on with you, Slimmy. How did we get way over here?
I need that shit. I need that shit so bad. Hold on, wait.
This is on After Hours where you never know what you're going to get, man. You just don't fucking know, man. You don't fucking know.
I gave y'all the blueprint. Now, if y'all don't take it and do whatever it is that y'all need to do, then that's on y'all.
Fellas, don't be like that dude in that video trying to take some advice that you don't know how to maximize on. You're going to be getting recorded all over the internet looking crazy.
Carrie, what is
this voodoo doll?
Carrie got those stupid dolls.
Gary might need to be listening to the word right now. We all need the word at this point.
I rebuke.
And if she say, I like you a lot. I liked you first. I liked you first.
Molly, how do you feel about this?
Yes, please, Molly. Come on in, girl.
How do you feel about this, Molly?
Feel about what?
This grade A manipulation.
It's, you know what? That's disrespectful.
Let me tell you, Molly is gonna have enough sense not to tell you what she thinks
Women
about
like to
it.
hear stuff like that, though. To be honest, women
What do
like
you?
to
How do
be
you? What do you like
suckered
to
and
hear,
told
Molly?
things.
Molly, what do you like to hear? Tell me, baby. What you like to hear, Molly?
Going left. It's going left.
Going? What do you mean? It went left.
Super chat.
You did it wrong, Quentin.
Nope.
I would want to speak to the women or woman that's going for that.
A lot of them would, I think.
A lot of them would, but a lot of them aren't realistic or truthful with the situation. They know what it is. They was lying to
Exactly.
themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, who's actually like, oh my God, I believe everything that he said, and like mean it.
You would be surprised.
She'll go.
I saw a girl today call Chat GPT her dad. So yes, women will absolutely go for it.
Her dad.
Absolutely.
I
Yes,
think
because
it's
women have daddy
fellas
issues
right
that ain't
now.
never been validated. It's so many women who would, yeah,
it's
of
different
course.
when it's in person. First of all, that's number one.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
It's different than when it's in person because I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say. That's number one. But what I'm gonna say is gonna be authentic. It's gonna be authentic for the moment. That's number one. Number two is like, I don't know. I'm not gonna say nothing else. Let me be quiet.
Carrie's proud of you.
Carrie's already disappointed. Carrie's disappointed in me every day except for the last Friday.
When you didn't say shit. That's fucked up.
But I mean, I think the misconception is that it's not true. That's the misconception, is that it's not true. I would never say something unless I really believed it. So, you know.
I get you. I mean, I can make a whole lot of stuff true in a couple different languages. I'm very well versed in words and how to make them work.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to watch the game. I just want to watch you. I don't want to watch the game. I just want to watch you. What do you mean? I don't know. What do you mean? Tell me something.
I'd be like, bitch, nigga, give me 3.5 hours, nigga. I'm about to watch this game.
No, what's wrong with you?
Shit.
I don't know. Like I said, I just really believe it. I believe everything that I say. I wouldn't tell you something that I didn't believe. So, but the fact of the matter is, I think the whole point of this exercise is that the guy that was sitting at the table. I'm talking about the conversation. The whole point of this exercise is that the guy sitting at the table, he was too abrasive.
Yeah.
He was just too abrasive.
I mean, the fact is, he's young in it. Again, he took her out for Mexican food. Her stomach is probably going to be completely toe up. So even if she wanted to go, she couldn't. So let him learn his little lessons. He's going to be all right, hopefully.
So
coffee dates.
Because what, it doesn't even matter. Like what he found out during that whole interaction was that it didn't really matter. It was nothing that he was going to say that was ever going to get her to sleep with him in the first place, because women already know whether or not they want to sleep with you before they go out. So it really didn't matter. That's the part that he didn't realize. All she did, he was shooting in the dark. That nigga knew he never had a chance in the first place.
He could have talked himself out of it.
He was shooting in the dark. He took a shot, and then he wanted his money back because he didn't make the shot. So that's really what it comes down to. You don't have to put in a whole lot of effort for a chick that want to be with you in the first place.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Yep. He was overdoing it. and he was
And
probably
that's the part.
overdoing it. He was probably overdoing it before that camera started rolling.
Yep. And that's the part that Kim is not going to admit, is because when you get there and she want to be there, she wants to believe everything that you're saying anyway. It's not something that you got to convince her of. They're not stupid. So what I'm saying, I really believe it, and she want to believe it also. And so we're going to live this thing out in real time. And who knows what's going to happen tomorrow, but she wants to believe everything that I'm saying no matter what. She want to be there. You don't have to convince her. She already there. And that's the part that Kim don't want to admit.
She can want to be there and still know and appreciate the truth.
It is the truth.
Part 2.
One thing that I'm gonna always tell you is that I'm always gonna love you for who you are at that moment.
That moment is the truth.
Right.
It can't get no realer than that. I don't know what this is gonna turn into tomorrow. This may turn into something that we figure out.
I mean, and then on top of that, who's going for all those words? I mean, anybody could say anything. Words are like the cheapest things that we have to dole out. They're literally free. You can say whatever you want.
The mouth is the most powerful thing that you have. Your mouth has the ability to take life, has the ability to project death. It is the most powerful tool that you have is your mouth. There is nothing more powerful than that. Nothing. Not one thing on your body is more powerful
way, but I also know that people can say whatever they want and mean none of it.
Well, that's because they don't understand the power of what they're saying. A lot of times people can say stuff. Women can tell when a guy is saying something that he don't really believe, for example. It's almost like it's not about what you say, it's how you say it. You can say anything to anybody and get away with it if you say it the right way. So it depends on how much you believe it. That's why women like confidence. Women love confidence. Two guys could say the same thing, and one of them is going to project it way better, and she going to go for it. If she was out, she came out because she was looking to get talked to in the first place. What makes you think that she's not going? She absolutely is going. The only barrier to entry she given is for the guy that she don't want. So you just got to recognize that early and make the adjustment. There is nothing more powerful than your mouthpiece. Nothing. And I ain't even just talking about relationships. I'm talking about work, jobs, everything.
Speaking spells.
Everything, bro. Your mouth is it's everything. Think about it for a second. It's niggas in jail that convince women that's free to stay loyal to them. How would they do that? The only way that you can do that is through your mouth, bro. It's the only way that you can do it. There's women that are loyal to dudes that are locked up for the next 10 years. How is that possible? You don't see, unless you papoose, you don't see guys doing that shit.
Oh, man.
It's a fact. Unless you papoose, you don't see that from guys don't do that shit. Ever. That is women. Women will hold a nigga down that she never seen before and wait for him to get out. And I done seen guys have women buying them clothes to wait for her waiting for him to get out. You tell me that the mouth ain't powerful. That shit is more powerful than you ever believe in your life.
Conjugal visits.
Facts. That's a fact. That's 100% fact. So, yes, absolutely. What you think pimping is? Convincing a woman to go out there and sell her whole body for a nigga on the streets and bring them back all the money? Shit.
I don't understand that either.
I know, because you ain't met the right one.
Anton, I think. Never mind.
Listen. Every single woman has a price, and it don't always come, and it ain't always a monetary value. Every single woman in the world has a price. Some of them don't even know they got a price until they meet the right one. All of them. They will do some abnormal shit that they never thought that they was going to do in their life. Every time. Every single time. I guarantee it.
Still go.
And then they're going to be telling their mama, I never thought I was going to ever do something for a man. Never thought I could love like this before. Every time. Anyways. Final thoughts?
Oh, you heard that?
I'm gonna cut this part out.
I bet she won't. I bet she will.
I bet you she will. And here's the funniest part about that, Slimmy. I guarantee you that whole conversation is gonna replay in her head over and over. She'll never forget that moment. She'll never forget that moment.
Hey, that was a different type of exposure.
And he ain't either. He ain't gonna forget it either. He probably gonna hate me for the rest of his life.
That shit was super
That
exposure.
nigga probably checking her YouTube algorithm to find out her YouTube history, see if she ever watched another video since then. Guarantee you.
Oh, you talking?
Talking about that one lady.
That was not nice.
Oh well, the thing was though, they personalized that. They personalized it. That was the thing. Once you
That was his
personalize
fault.
something,
That nigga shouldn't have been talking off camera. I bet you won't.
yeah. See, he personalized it. He could have just ignored it. He could have just ignored it.
He a young dude. He messed up.
And they was just on the show like 2 weeks prior, right?
Yep. And a week before that.
I mean, was he not supposed to speak up for his wife?
That she come on.
You never.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
let me be quiet. I'm not giving y'all no more insight because then Kim is gonna say, "Nah, because you ain't got to take that." No, and then Carrie's gonna sit there and shake her head and say, "Good thing you ain't out in the streets." And
what?
I'm just asking.
Well, let me ask you this: were you implying that for her too, though? Weren't you implying that for everybody, even the women up on the panel?
I was speaking in general.
You said everybody. You said everybody.
I said, and I prefaced it by saying, and this is not having anything to do with any of these women in particular, but everyone, this is my opinion, every woman has a price. They all going. And then he personalized it and he took offense to it and he said, I bet you she won't.
No, she said, I could have swore she said not, I could have swore she personalized it first and you said every woman. And then he said
I didn't say you. I preface it by saying that this is not talking about anybody here. But I believe that every woman has a price. And I still believe that. But that don't necessarily mean that it's applicable for you. If you don't believe that to be true about you, and I'm not talking to you personally, then you should not be offended by it. If you say, Carrie, all men is tricks, I'm not offended. I don't care because I don't believe that I'm a trick. You know what I'm saying?
No,
they got offended by it, and then he spoke up, which meant that he felt some type of way about me saying it. He personalized it. And so that's when he made himself look bad, is that he made himself a target.
Yeah, I think he felt like he had to, because when she said something, you said it again, almost to imply like you too.
No, but what she said was she was like, you serve such contradictions, and then she got quiet.
I called her a chameleon. That's the only
Yeah.
thing I'd made personal. I said that she was a chameleon. That's the only thing that I said about her.
Yeah, but she was like
I
she
never
was
ever said anything about her personally.
she was caping for Cassie a lot.
Because
Like,
I
she
said
wasn't.
that
That whole thing was like, oof.
I called her a chameleon because I said that she was trying to pretend in previous episodes like she's some kind of fucking femininity coach and she'd be holding women accountable. But then she kept making excuses saying that it wasn't Cassie's fault and all of that. And I was like, see, I knew you was a chameleon. But when it came to all of that other stuff, I prefaced it and I made sure that people didn't know that, you know what I'm saying, that I was not talking to her or any of that. I said, listen, this ain't to nobody on here. But I think that every woman has a price.
Yeah,
Maybe who knows? Maybe the husband is the one that already paid the price. I don't know. The point is,
Well, I will say this though, Anton. It didn't look good what you said before that.
What did I say before that?
You told the dude, you said, fellas, you said, y'all don't watch this show no more. Y'all don't watch this show when
oh
your
yeah,
your wives
yeah.
and your girls come on here no more. So that triggered them. That's what triggered them.
Why did he fall
So
for it? Why did he fall for it?
your
Listen,
ears,
every
your
other woman
ears are
on
gonna
there,
perk up. Your ears are gonna
every
perk
other
up when you
woman
hear
on
that.
there, every other woman on there just was laughing. They just laughed it off. They you crazy. Every other woman
Man,
just laughed it off. Nobody gave a fuck.
that's
Nobody
true.
cared.
That's true. That's true. But something about that prior statement, I think that's what did it. When you was like, don't don't watch this show no more if your girls is on here.
I say that shit all the time. I said on the Millionaire Morning Show on the I Choose You Too tour.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
everybody,
no, you say it all the time, but it don't mean that they gonna trigger somebody.
everybody knows that I just be talking shit, right?
And to Anton's point, for him to do that just made it such a bigger moment. It would have just passed over. Nobody would have thought anything
Yeah.
of it had all
Hell
of that
no.
not happened. And
Yeah,
that
the
Nobody
was
minute
the
he said
moment
something, I
that
was
going
like,
down a different
"Oh
lane.
God, here we
yeah,
go." Then
that shit was
Anton's like,
strange.
"That's why she up here. You ain't even up on the camera, or whatever you said." I was like, "Oh Lord Jesus."
Well,
She
I
I
did
mean,
the
you
mean,
right
gotta
thing.
make it a
She hopped
moment.
off. She did the right thing though. She hopped off with the quickness. Like, I gotta
She
go. Good
needed to.
night.
That
No,
Good
he
nah,
night.
told
you're
her to get
right.
off.
He told her
like
to
I
get
think
off.
that
He
was
told her
his
to get
hand
off.
that came and turned it off. I think he came.
He already
Oh, I
had his
couldn't
hand in the
tell. Well,
phone
his
on
hand.
some shit
Oh, I
like
thought he was
this.
trying to turn the camera. Oh, okay.
No, he
No,
got her out of there.
I
He
think
got
he
her out
was.
of there himself.
yeah.
I think it's a little interesting though, because he's the one who did. She said that he suggested that she come on the show, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty
I don't
sure that
set it
I'm
up.
quite sure
I don't
that's how
set
it
it
came.
up.
It
Q
I'm
is the
was
quite.
one
it
that
was
do
like
all
last
that.
Monday, Fi. It was
Q
like
Yeah, I
do
last
believe
all of
Monday.
that.
that. It wasn't this past Monday. It was the one before that. But
Yeah.
Q
I
do
know,
all of
but
this shit.
when she came on the first time, I'm almost sure that when you asked her about herself, she said her husband suggested
Oh,
she
the
come
very
on.
first one
Mm-hmm.
when
Yep.
I very first seen it.
The first time she came on that show.
But see,
Yeah.
think about it like this though. We all get backstage. I'm like this backstage every time, right? I see who's on the panel, and then I play into it because it's all entertainment. And so I know 2K is up there. 2K is gonna say, before I even jump up there, because I jump up there the last minute, 2K in the back is gonna say, he gonna pick a girl that's new. He gonna say, "Oh, Anton, he gonna try to sit you on the back couch, right? He gonna do that shit." So I play into it, and then when the camera cut on, and after the commercial, I'll be like, who is that new one over there?" You know what I'm saying? Because that's the spiel, right? So I play into it, and then she made sure that she let me know, which was cool. It was funny. She was like, My husband. I was like, oh, okay, cool. All right, I see. He must be sitting right there in the room with you. Okay, I got you. I got you. Blink twice if you need help. And then to make sure that I knew about it, but see, all of this is in hindsight. So you go back and you replay everything, and then you realize you start putting all of the puzzle together, right? And then there's another episode where he jumps on the panel with her, right?
Yeah, he was
and
up
they
there.
make sure that they both have their last names up there, and you know, the whole 9 yards. So
that was to assert some dominance.
Well, and then I'm meant
But
to.
he
I'm
put 2 and 2 together later on because they didn't say anything on that one until.
Well,
I think
no. They
it up
told
or
me
somebody
later
did.
on that night. They told me later on that day because I asked them, and I had already put it together. But I'm capturing this in my mental Rolodex, right? I'm capturing it in my mental Rolodex. So everything that people is doing, I'm taking notes mentally, and it only take one time for you to slip up, and then I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna say something and put the banana peel out there and see if you run on it, and then we gonna roll like that. So most times, I would say now, since I'm a lot more visible and people know what's happening, I would say that maybe 60% of the time people figure out how to get around it, right? That other 40, it work every single time. Every single time. You figure out who the simp is, who getting their emotions. You say a couple things, you're gonna see if they get out of frame. And once they crack, it's over.
So 40% of the time it works 100% of the times.
It used to work way more than that, but people, you know, what you doing all of these shows over these years, they figure they know what's happening, right? They know who you are. They didn't study you. I don't know them, but they know me. But if you let people talk long enough and you let them sit up there with you long enough, eventually they'll crack. Every time. Because it's only so long that you can pretend before I figure it out. And I'm not fast, but I'm consistent, right? I'm persistent. So I'll figure it out. I know what you're about. I know if a woman, for example, is feeling you, but she don't want to necessarily say it. And then I know a woman that, I know when women can't say it. I know. You know what I'm saying? I read the room and I play the game. And then it's all great for entertainment. It's phenomenal for entertainment. It's a great content strategy. Everything. I told 2K today, I said everything is content. Everything is content. Now, if they were smart, here's the flip side. If they were smart, they will leverage that shit and jump back on. But most people can't get past their emotions to understand that you can use everything for content. Everything is content. When people hate, content. When something go wrong, content. Fuck it. Put it out there. Let's talk about that shit. People so caught up in how they feel, they don't understand how to capitalize off of it. The goal is to keep your name in the algorithm as much as possible. I don't give a fuck about all the rest of that shit.
All she needs to do is show up with a shirt. I bet she won't.
100%. Like, if they were smart, they would feed into it.
Yeah, I was wondering how they would address it, especially since she's a coach and a content creator.
Well, the
but
problem
I wonder, what does
let
she
it be a
do?
moment.
So let's play hypothetical though. So what does she do if she does want to come back up on, but he's like, yeah, nah.
Oh no!
I mean, I know she doesn't do it.
He's stuck between a rock and a hard place because he's seeing red. That's all he see. You know what I'm saying? Like, he punching up and he's seeing red. So she's stuck because she's stuck based off of, she may even be smarter than him, but she can't make the adjustment and capitalize off of it because if his jealousy is too great or he don't want her, he don't even want the possibility of her on the I choose.
She got to listen to him.
Yeah,
Right.
she got to subject herself.
And if she was gonna do that, she probably would have done it by now. I mean, you can't lose the leverage of, like, being in the moment of it. So what do you do now? Now it's just blown up into something that you just look crazy.
She should be feeding into it. That's my chick.
I don't know.
That's my chick.
Quentin.
Like that man gonna be sending you anthrax in the mail. Like
What's up, Carrie? What's going on?
That's my girl.
Who?
Nigga, what you think? She got pretty for everybody else? She got pretty for me.
Who?
The wife.
Oh.
Whose husband told her to get off.
I rebuke.
30 days before you smash.
That's my girl, bro.
KJ, grow up. 30 days. Who waiting them up?
Now
Sunny days.
Can I get a shirt? Somebody want to make me a shirt?
For what?
I say what?
I got you.
You gotta have shirts that you gotta have some people that say, I bet you won't. Shirts that say
Yeah. I got you. I got you. They coming soon now.
Y'all gotta have the.
But again, the thing is that you gotta capitalize off of that shit. She got the one opportunity and they fucked it up with ego. Instead of leveraging it, if you're gonna be a content creator, go all in. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, that shit should have been everywhere.
Yeah, leverage it. Run that shit up. Are you there? Are you focused on your ego or are you focused on what you came to do, which is capitalize? You made it to the platform. Now you got some visibility. You got your moment. You should have absolutely capitalized off that shit. And you let your motherfucking ego fuck up the bag. Could have been the greatest come up of all time. And she could have said something very simple to like he should have been coaching her. I'll give you, matter of fact, I'll tell y'all one thing. I don't think I've ever told anybody this before. Back when I was with the other network, right? The girl Tawana, we wound up getting her to the point to where she actually did like a thing on Kevin Samuels' platform. A lot of people may not remember this, but she actually appeared on Kevin Samuels' platform. He did a whole live stream with her. This was when she was more coachable, right?
Damn, that's fire.
Yeah, she was. A lot of people don't even realize it. She was more coachable. The entire time that she was on a live stream, I'm coaching her. I'm telling her what to say. I'm telling her how to capitalize off of, how to play it. Oh no, don't get out of pocket. I'm texting her the whole time, telling her what to say and how to react to what he's saying. And she played it perfectly until you know what happened? You know what happened?
Her husband. I remember that episode.
He crashed the fuck out. He crashed the fuck out.
What?
He crashed out. He got mad. No, it wasn't Courtney. It was a Tawana chick. It wasn't Courtney. He crashed out. And it was the worst thing that could have ever happened to him. And I still got information that I never even said. And I would never say. Yep, he came in the room and started talking tough. I'm like, nigga, don't check me, check your chick. I was just in Chicago. You was babysitting. Nigga, I was on tour back then.
You know what?
I'm not rehashing nothing. It's the honest to God truth. That has nothing to do with anything.
That got everything to do with everything.
It doesn't. I'm saying that capitalize off the shit. Capitalize off the shit. That's a fact. That's a fact. I was just in Chicago right around COVID.
Man.
Right, bro. But see, instead of people looking at it as content, fuck it, let's get this content. And I called her, and I didn't call her. She called me, and then we kind of like chopped it up. And I'm like, yeah, let's do a live stream. Let's capitalize off this shit or whatever. You know me, I don't take that shit personal. I'm all about content. And that nigga didn't like it. He didn't like the idea. I was like, okay, cool. Well, then disappear then, nigga. Go watch your stepkids.
Oh Lord.
Some people just aren't ever going to be able to separate the two lives. Like, you know, online and content is essentially the same for them as their real lives, and that's where you run into a problem.
If you're not prepared for your girl to be a content creator, then she shouldn't even be on the internet, because there's going to be plenty of situations where she's gonna have to pod, she's gonna have to create content. That's just the reality. Like, we are entertainers at the end of the day.
Molly didn't like that.
Didn't like what? Molly, what you didn't like?
No, I didn't. I'm just giggling. I'm listening.
What do you think about all of this, Molly?
No, I think you're right. Um, it's it's different. You definitely have to have some thick skin and kind of look at it like it's entertainment. It's not really anything to take serious. I know I get clipped up all the time, but it's not really affecting my personal life. It's not, who cares? It's fun at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
I think some people just take it too personally and just ride the wave, I guess.
Pause.
Molly, you
No,
get
I mean,
clipped up the most.
Huh?
but see, let me
Said you
tell
get
you
clipped
why.
up the most.
Let me tell you why she get clipped up. Because
She said
she's a
most
pretty girl.
outlandish shit.
Oh no, she's a pretty girl. And then
No, man.
yes, she is. She's a pretty girl, and at the same time, she's willing to put the content out there. She's smart enough to know that, listen, this is gonna be some shit that ruffles some feathers. And she's willing to still cross the line because it makes for great content. And she ain't worried about that. She not worried about it at all.
And it helps that she believe that shit.
So, it's dope. It's dope. I mean, when y'all, for a minute, Slimmy and Quentin was, you know what I'm saying? People was, before the pod even start, people like, oh man, I wonder who's gonna crash out first. And Quentin go through a rebrand every month. So
what the fuck?
he go through a rebrand every month. Next month he gonna cuss somebody out. The month after that he gonna be Mr. Loverboy. Then he gonna be trying to block motherfuckers in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends. It depends on. We don't know which version of Quentin that he gonna get that day. Carrie the same fucking way. Carrie, what from every 2 weeks she'd change, she'd switch up. It just depends on what hairstyle she's wearing. Sometimes she's gonna be antisocial, and other times she's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, very engaging. It's just, that's just the way that it is, and people have come to know that and expect it. Slimmy sometimes is gonna be, I said what I said, ask Slimmy, you know what I'm saying, and he gonna say something, or he'll give one word answers and shit. And then other times he's gonna elaborate and get incredibly passionate about it. All you motherfuckers is bipolar. It makes for great content though.
Not bipolar.
But y'all bipolar. I gotta break him in though.
I'm pretty consistent.
Consistently inconsistent, yeah, nigga.
Yeah. See, I've been doing good, keeping my Gemini.
Doing well.
In.
You have, but
yeah, you ain't showed that other side.
Is there?
Oh, I know. I was my mom's birthday is June 15th.
No,
June 15th.
No,
my mom's birthday. I was raised. My mom.
No, it's not.
It's there right now. Right now, she's.
I've known her for 18 years, and this is what the fuck it is.
I guarantee.
Oh no!
How you gonna say no, nigga? You know her for 2 days, nigga.
I don't have to know her. I just know Geminis.
What does that mean?
All the same. They all got that flip side. They all do. I promise you. I ain't met one Gemini that don't have that flip side. I ain't met one. Not one. Not one. Not one, man.
Maybe I'll be the first.
Hopefully. We don't want to see that other side.
Well, let me read the super chats. I have to make sure that I keep it within the time frame so that I can get Carrie back to coloring.
Whatever,
So,
nigga.
what?
See, look. They
I am
know.
coloring tonight. I'm not doing my bottles.
Why you say whatever, Quentin?
Fuck Carrie.
Jeez. This must be his night off. You don't have to work tomorrow?
Nope.
See?
we got overtime tomorrow. I might pick up a little something.
What's tomorrow? Wednesday?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
We done changed all our shit, so we about to be busy.
Oh, we usually be going out of town on a Wednesday. This may be the first one I ain't going out of town. Y'all gonna do the content house or no or what?
Yeah.
Only if Molly come.
What's the content house?
We
done talked about this 80 times.
I think it's gonna be like people got kids. They can't disappear for a week.
Different things. You keep naming it different stuff.
It's always been the content.
What did I name it the last time, Carrie?
I don't know what you called it. But
nothing. The content house.
He did not. He just described it. He didn't give it a name.
Never
He
changed
described
it up. Carrie, stop lying. Don't you go to church?
Well, where's it gonna be? I read the word. Where's it gonna be? Is it gonna be?
We'll let it be where
somewhere
you
with
live,
a beach and a pool.
Are you gonna bring? We can break it wherever you want to make it. Are you gonna bring your Bible?
Yeah, bring my Bible.
The waterproof one.
Sure, I'm gonna bring my Bible.
I don't want Carrie.
I can't come if I'm bringing my Bible.
Nope, because I want to be.
Of course, you can bring your Bible.
I don't want you to be judging me for when I do fuck nigga shit.
I would not judge you, Quentin.
Yeah, you would.
Striking It Rich says I'm behind on the stream, but I just saw Carrie's take on Macaron and his wife. I've heard some bad takes from Carrie, but that was the worst take I've heard.
Who cares? Who cares?
You care a lot tonight, my nigga.
In the words of Molly, he gay. I'm just saying. Leo says tacos always do the job for me. Rage King Leo says this is why I don't date, rather work overtime than be on a foodie date. Rage King Leo says because we sick of being used, Slimmy. Eric Williams says, Slimmy, I'm with you on this 100%. The sad part about it is these broads always be recording somebody. Yeah, I don't know why she recorded it.
You don't have to let them. Like that mean like nigga, they was talking like this.
That's why I was saying, how
get that
she
shit out my
holding it
face,
secretly,
nigga.
the way
She acted like she texting. She acted like she texting.
If a woman was doing that to me, and she about to start recording me because we getting into an argument, I'm just getting up and I'm leaving. I'm gonna drop some money on the table and I'm leaving.
Nah, she is probably doing like this.
I mean, you texting me. I mean, you recording me.
No, like this, like looking like.
If she do it like this, you know me, I want to see that shit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad I ain't never had no shit like that happen. That's weird as fuck. Like,
Yeah,
I don't really want you like.
How do you
what
know
you got your phone in your hand for? Why your phone in your hand anyway? If you on a date for real.
I said, how does he know it didn't happen and they just didn't release it?
I'm pretty sure you know now. Rage King Leo says some women not out here to use men called foodie are out here to use men called foodie dates. It was just on the news. Oh yeah, I did see that. Crash Out or Cash Out says that's the girl who was late picking Q Diddy up from the airport.
See what I talk about? The red flags was there.
Just the Brown Girl in America says, well, why do you guys initiate when they body not ready? I don't think that we know that it's not gonna work until it's like this isn't working.
Like niggas be wearing like what is them things? Y'all be wearing like full body suits to hold that shit up.
I don't think it's the body though. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I don't know. Y'all ever been smashing a chick and you realize you wasn't going to finish, so you spit on her back to fake convulsions to make it end faster? I've never done that in my life.
That's
Lonnie.
That's ridiculous.
I've never done that in my life ever.
Just get up and go home.
Yeah, just say this ain't it.
Nah, I gotta finish, bro.
No, it's sometimes
Carrie
you
always
got
shaking her head. I don't understand.
you gotta dip, man. There's certain times you just gotta you
Fuck
can't
that.
fit. You gotta go. You just gotta
Fuck.
go, man. You get that whiff. The
Oh, you tell
whiff.
no, I'm saying you already there. You already there. Already in there.
I don't care. I don't want to smell this no more. I'm leaving.
Why are y'all dealing with chicks that smell?
It's not that you don't know that shit before.
But then I'm not even gonna try if that's the case.
You don't know right away.
What whiffs are y'all talking about?
You don't know right away, man.
I don't know what these whiffs are that y'all talking about, bro.
He's talking about backshot wind.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Either that or her pH is just off.
I'm straight on that.
I am too. That's when you leave.
Well, I mean, do her mouth work?
Yeah.
Oh, we figure it out.
Lord.
Give her that forehead kiss. Oh, I know a man who made it very clear from the beginning that he is only interested in good adult fun. 4.5 years later, it's been just that. I love to share the ongoing story. Okay, Jessica.
The honesty.
Yeah, I think that's honest. Tony Adams, it's a gentleman's code. Never break hearts, only backs respectfully. Yep, I agree with you. McDyess says, Carrie listening to hymnals and reading the word.
It was needed.
I think Carrie be putting the olive oil on the screens. Slimmy full of finna pull out the voodoo doll on Anton. Tony Adams said, "Well, if y'all gonna pull out a voodoo doll, make sure you give it a nice cock." Tony Adams says, "It's poetry in motion."
What?
I don't know. Meowly says, I learned a long time ago that most women respect the truth, even if they're getting curved because they know what they're getting.
Honesty.
This feels like an episode of Taxi Cab Confessions. Anton is speaking facts, says Sylvia Edwards. Stop the cap, ladies. Carrie, Kimmy. You realize you ain't even like the chick after. After hours can be room 9 misfits. Get your helmets ready. Shout out to my room 9 chat. AD, you doing the Prince style Bible study sessions on the ICU2 tour. All right, final thoughts before we get up out of here.
It's almost my birthday.
When is your birthday? Specific date. What's the specific date?
Are we closer yet? Like,
It's probably next week.
Where are we now?
It's probably next week.
I forgot.
No, it's Saturday.
Oh, it's Saturday? What you doing on your birthday?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
I don't know. This is the first year that like I legit have not celebrated every day of the entire month. I don't know.
You want to go on tour? You want to go on an I Choose You 2 tour?
Is there going to be food there?
We'll feed you afterwards.
Afterwards?
It's a tour.
That sounds real Diddy-ish. That sounds real
It's a tour. We got to go and meet people.
Diddy and company, niggas.
That sounds real Diddy-ish. We'll feed you after. Don't worry.
Right. Just take this here pill. It'll be fine.
I don't believe in drugs. I believe in people being fully sober and aware of what's going on when it's happening, number one. And number two, I don't like the Diddy reference because Diddy is a cuck.
Yeah.
Diddy is a cuck. Like, that's Diddy is nasty. Like, he
embodies something totally different.
Yeah, Diddy watch other guys.
So what is this tour about? Is this tour?
I Choose You Too tour?
Yeah. Is it a tour to bring your Bibles to?
Yeah, sure. Come on, bring your Bible. Bring your Bible.
NDA. Is this the sign the NDA tour?
NDAs are for your protection. It's not because a lot of people think it's the truth. A lot of people think that NDAs are because, oh man, you're trying to make sure. No, that's not it. NDAs is for your protection, not for the person that you sign an NDA with. It is.
Okay.
Yeah, Diddy is a cuck. And that's not that isn't even traditionally a black man thing. I don't know when black men started being cucks and being gay like this.
I was gonna say, I think he did a lot of things that are abnormal.
I thought that was a white man thing, honestly. I thought that was straight up a white man thing. I never thought that was a black man thing. But
I mean, whoever mentored him probably taught him some stuff.
Yeah, that's what it is. When you bend the knee and kiss the ring.
He got in the business very early on.
Yeah,
that's wild, bro.
Yeah, they groomed him, and so he started grooming other. It's a process.
I agree. He didn't get as far as he got without having to do some favors.
I'm gonna have Tim on the cover next episode.
Thank you, Slimmy.
That's gay.
What?
Hey.
I don't know. I just feel like for the remembrance of Molly.
Remember, Jesus Christ, she's still alive. What did you just do?
What is going on here? That nigga sleepy.
I haven't been using a word. He's making up for it.
I have.
We're gonna get Carrie back to color.
Say that's gay.
We're gonna get Carrie back to color. And
have to get on Instagram to start sending.
I'm almost finished.
Carrie got more hair than ever before. What the hell is going on? Where you get all of that hair from? Is that your hair, Carrie?
Yeah, we already went through this. Yeah, I don't know how to wear a weave, y'all. I don't. If I ever wear a weave or a wig, I'll tell you, because I'm not. This is my hair.
I mean, I was watching some dumb black girl show today, and I was like, "Why is y'all's face a whole different color? Like, why do black girls like lighten up their face because they scared they don't like their dark skin?"
No, just sometimes people's foundation doesn't match, and if their lighting isn't good, then a lot of times they can just like get it wrong.
Like,
And
there was 5 black girls on the
season with the seasons outside.
There was 5 black girls on the screen at one time, and all their faces was like this thick of
It
makeup.
done got puffier throughout the whole show because I just watched it. Like you got wigs don't do that. It would have been slicked down straight, no problem. I've been pulling my hair down the whole night.
Interesting. Well, life is good.
Thursday.
We back on Thursday. Millionaire Morning Show in the morning. And we back at it. We love you. We appreciate y'all. We holler on the show later. Peace.